moment on her return to the international fold for Galway United's Julianne Russell.
Tonight, 20,000 Ireland fans descend upon the home of Cork GAA, the home of the feel-good hurling story of the year.
And they've won it here. Cork are through to the All-Ireland final.
It's a return home for Denise O'Sullivan and Megan Connolly, and a return to action for Katie McCabe. A single Katoto goal did the damage in Metz. With the history of rebellion themselves, hopefully the French won't feel too at home in the rebel county this evening. The Republic of Ireland against France, live from Porky Queeve, kick-off at 6 p.m. Here's the table. Ireland will finish bottom, but that doesn't mean that there's nothing to play for. As you can see, they have 0 points and a -8 goal difference. Ireland need to finish with a better total than Poland to ensure that they're the 7th seed going into the Euro playoffs. This really could be the difference between Euro 2025 qualification or not. Poland are in Group A4. They also have 0 points, but their goal difference is -12. They play Iceland at the same time. Welcome along to Porky Queeve. I'm delighted to be joined by Karen Duggan and Jamie Finn. Karen, we're in Porky Queeve, the home of Cork GAA, a very unique venue. What do you reckon, is it the right place to play soccer?
I mean, well, Cork is anyway now. We better say that pretty loud so Denise and Megan can hear us, and Tony, of course. Look, a lot of these girls would have grown up and visited GA and just been in the stands, and maybe apart from Niamh Fahey, never thought they'd get the experience to get out on the field themselves. So it would have been iconic growing up. But more importantly than that, this team has grown a brilliant connection with the fans, especially since the World Cup qualification. And we saw England doing it last week in Norwich, and it's kind of becoming the norm. And it's brilliant for people to not have to travel, because there is a lot of travel and support in Cork, and they get their own back this one time.
Yeah, you can actually see the increase in fans over the last few games. Jamie Finn is with us as well. Jamie, thanks so much for joining us today. I know it's been a difficult time for you, just 4 months since you've done your ACL. How's the recovery and rehab going?
Yeah, it's been okay. Like, I'm progressing every week in physio. It's been tough though. Ever since I tore my ACL, I remember we were in camp in Italy, and I was literally on the floor the minute I'd done it, and I was counting down the months to this Euro Championship, because I didn't want to miss it. You know, you want to be a part of it. Everyone knows how proud I am to be Irish, and I want to be out there on the pitch. So
yeah, it's really hard. And to be fair as well, Jamie, you've had quite a tough journey. You missed out on the World Cup. You went as a standby player. We usually just hear about the highs, but there are lows as well. But still, it hasn't affected your want to play for Ireland.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, I'm very, very proud to wear that green jersey. And yeah, when that happened last year, I was absolutely heartbroken. Probably something that will stick with me in my career, and that's fine. I've dealt with that. But I said I wanted to go to Australia and put the girls first and do as best I can for the girls and get back in that green jersey.
Well, you're a good person. You're well placed anyway to examine this Irish team with us today. Karen, it's a really important game, and I went through it a little bit earlier. We need to try and at least come away with a better goal difference than Poland, so that when we're heading into the playoffs, that we're seated where we want to be. But when you look at maybe the evolution of this team and you look at the Ireland under-19s, it feels like, even though we might have got the results, that we're moving in some sort of a right direction.
Yeah, of course, I spoke about it the whole campaign. We're playing against the best in Europe in this group, and we've kept in touch with them. There is obviously progression that needs to be done. We only just made our first major tournament. We have a lot of steps to go to be up at that level, but we've put ourselves in a really good position. I would be very, very surprised if we came anywhere close to Poland in goal difference ranking after today's game. I think that would be a complete implosion, and it's not something I'd imagine that these girls will want. After the game against England and getting that goal, I think they'll be going out to emulate that, get another goal, or even nick a point. And looking at the French team sheet, they might be even more buoyed to do that today.
Okay, well, we'll find out very shortly. We know there's significant team news. We've been curious about what changes Eileen Gleeson will make, and also what the French changes are. We're going to head to Tony now, who is right at home here in Porky Queeve. In ways, it feels like, Tony, you're a bit of a cult hero coming back to Cork. Is this a good pitch for soccer, though? You'd know.
Well, would you believe I played here for my school 1,000 years ago, but there's only been one soccer game here so far, and that was the Liam Miller game in memory of Liam Miller, and it was an all-star game. And I remember at the time Gary Neville, one of the stars, and he looked at the pitch and he went, my goodness, it's like a farmer's field. He was talking about the length of the grass, but also the size and the distances, because it was huge, and it is huge. And when you look up and you try and find your bearings, well, that goal looks like it's a long way up against that terrace. I spoke to Colin Healy. He played in that match, and of course he's one of the coaches with the Irish women's team now, and he says the pitch is in great condition now. It's a hybrid pitch now, so it's in much better shape, and hopefully it'll help us get a good result as well. As to the team news, well, Ireland make 4 changes. Katie McCabe coming back, of course, as we expected, but Louise Quinn is back for Niamh Fahey, and up front 2 changes, the 2 changes that were made at half time, and Julianne Russell is in for Murphy, and Leanne Kiernan is in for Barrett. So 4 changes for Ireland. From the French point of view, I started looking at their team and saying, oh, they've changed their goalkeeper, Constant Picard from PSG. And then I looked at the others and I saw, oh, they've changed them all. They've made 11 changes. The captain of the side will be Amadine Henry. Remember, she was a 7 times Champions League winner with Lyon, 34 years of age, plenty of experience. But changing 11 players, is that a bit disrespectful to Ireland? We'll have to wait and see. Earlier I asked Eileen Gleeson her thoughts about this important game for the Republic of Ireland. Eileen, we knew that Katie McCabe, if available, was going to come back. The question is, where are you going to play her in this team?
Oh, we'll have to wait and see, Tony. But yeah, great to have her back. Obviously captain, and yeah, super excited that she's back in.
Louise Quinn as well. Was that a difficult choice between her and Niamh Fahey?
Of course, yeah. We know. I mean, both bring lots of experience. Niamh had a really good game the other day, so it's also managing loads. And Louise is fresh for this one, so yeah, Louise gets the nod ahead of Niamh for today.
Leanne and Julianne came on and did very well for you, obviously, so clearly it's something you were thinking about. They've done well enough for you to decide to start them both today. What are you expecting from them in terms of how they can affect the game?
Yeah, expecting similar to what they brought on Friday night, so giving us the runs, giving us the energy, looking to press and harry, and yeah, you know, giving us those out balls up top.
It looks like it is a huge pitch, obviously. We've got the lines in there. But when you look up as a player and look across the other side of the pitch, it looks like it's absolutely miles away.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously the size is totally fine for us. It looks big because it's in the middle of a Gaelic and a rugby pitch. But I think Páirc Uí Chaoimh and the groundsmen have done a wonderful job. The surface is incredible from when we were here just over a month ago. So yeah, it's great to be here. Big sellout crowd are here, and you know, the reception on the way in has been fantastic. So all thanks to everybody at Páirc Uí Chaoimh and everybody involved.
Quick word on France. They're qualified. Do you think they'll slightly take their foot off the gas a bit?
I don't think so. I think, you know, they're going to come here to win the game, top the group. You know, they've got a quality squad, not just a quality 11. So we'd still be expecting a very tough game and a quality opposition.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, France do have a quality 11. We're going to get to that in a minute. Jamie, you know all these players so well. What do you think of Eileen's changes in her setup?
Yeah, I think they're positive. As you can see, Louise Quinn has come in for Fahey there. I think they're pretty similar experience. You have Jessie on the left. She's a strong, direct player, so she'll do well. Aoife Mannion stays in as well. Yeah, interesting you see Katie in midfield.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think a lot of people will be happy with that. She's further up the pitch. I just think that midfield needs to be disciplined out of possession as well. You see Denise in there, Rusha. And then the 2 up top, Julianne and Amber, or it's not Amber, sorry, Leanne. Yeah. Yeah, I think they done well to get into the team. When they came on against England, they were really, really good. And I think, yeah, hopefully they'll do well tonight.
Karen, we're often critical of managers because they don't make the changes when they need to make them, but Eileen's been quite brave there, changing her 2 up top.
Yeah, she was really, really proactive in doing that at half-time, and I think that's a mark of her as well, because a lot of managers will kind of stick to their guns because it's almost like you're acknowledging that you made a mistake. But she brought on Julianne and Leanne, and we saw exactly what they brought. It was energy, it was hassling and harrying, and in moments like this where, you know, they've had to sustain a lot of pressure from the opposition, Leanne was able to slow the game down, bring it into the corner, use her strength to get past not 1 but 2 English players. So really direct, really positive. And it does things like this. It wins set pieces further up the pitch, and that's really, really important. Julianne doing the same. It's a long time since we saw a goalkeeper being pressed, and it brought Denise into the play, and we forced errors. And I think that's the really important thing against teams of this calibre. They are going to have possession for a long period of time. They are a better quality team, but what you need to do is make them make errors. And when you have someone running at you like Julianne, like Leanne, you will make errors, and you'll even give away set pieces. And we saw what it led to the other night, a remarkable goal on Julianne's comeback to the senior national team. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, and just on Julianne, because you do know her so well, Karen, just her fitness levels. She's come back from having a baby. She's 33 years of age. She's playing in the Women's National League. She's ran a marathon 5 months after having the baby. It feels like she's fitter than ever.
Yeah, but she's always had this level of fitness, and she's a really, really disciplined person. She knows what she wants, and she can go after it. She's the epitome of a professional, even though she's been playing in the Women's National League. She has done it in Australia, and she's done it other places, kind of went under the radar. But she knows what level she needs to be at, and she's more than capable of achieving that. And I think she'll be very, very bright for a long time for us today as well, and trying to wear down that French defence.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing her in action for the full game. So, Jamie, this French team, they've made 11 changes. But when you look through the changes, there are still quite a huge number of stars. But if you're an Ireland player and you know that the team that you're going up against has changed entirely, how would you feel?
Yeah, like if that was me going out on the pitch, that gives me that extra to go for it even more. Like, you know, they've made so many changes. I think it's only a positive for us. We just need to focus on ourselves, implement what Eileen and the backroom staff has said to the girls during the week, and go for it.
Okay, Karen, focus on yourself was one thing, but is that a bit disrespectful, do you think?
Yeah, I would feel slighted a little bit, a wholesale change from the previous game, which they knew they had to win. I'm a bit surprised by it, given that they'll want to top the group. You know, England can still catch them. That would mean that they could potentially play Germany and Spain if they don't top the group. So I would call it maybe French confidence, classic French confidence. They'll still feel that we'll call it second string, can go out and win tonight. But I think, again, it's an extra kind of pep in the Irish step that they'll need tonight, because it is still littered with quality. You'll see Leclerc there. She got 2 goals against us in that World Cup warm-up. Sandy Baltimore, I'm really looking forward to seeing. She's got a big move to Chelsea. So Eve Perisset, Chelsea, Leon, you're still littered with stars. So we'll still take it as a slighting and a pep.
A second string that would probably get into most teams, that's for sure. Yes. Okay, well, look, we know that it's really special for all Cork people to play in a place that holds so many memories and is so close to home. One of those is Denise O'Sullivan. She sat down with Tony, and where else but Cork, of course.
So who is the all-time greatest Cork person in your view?
Sonia O'Sullivan.
And why?
I just think she was a fantastic athlete, so successful. I really looked up to her and her hard work, her passion for the sport. So I would definitely say her.
What's the best thing about Cork?
I think the people, honestly. It's funny, some of the girls mentioned in camp as well that they were talking about Cork people and just how nice they were. And yeah, I think they're fantastic. Just the community of people, very generous. I feel like I know everyone here. It's crazy that Roy Keane was born and raised only 10 minutes from myself, but someone I looked up to in the same position in midfield, that terrier mindset. But yeah, he's phenomenal, and what he's done for this country as well as he's so successful. Yourself
and Megan Connolly are like Cork icons now to a lot of people. Is that something that you're aware of, and how you can be an influence on younger girls and boys coming through?
I think I've only started to see it the last few years coming back here, and people coming up with Megan as well and asking for pictures and signatures and all that, and same in Knocknaheeny. But for me, that's what it's all about. It's about inspiring the younger generation, and I absolutely thrive off that when they come up asking for pictures, and I love it. So
I played in Páirc Uí Chaoimh when I was in school and stuff, and as a GA stadium, it was iconic.
I'm super excited to play there. It's literally 10 minutes from my house. I'll have a big crowd of family coming. Even the community in Knocknaheeny, everyone's really excited, messaging me, you know, giving support to the team and wishing us good luck.
Can I bring you back to the England game? After the initial period, which was a bit rocky, we got a foothold in the game.
Yeah, we did. First 20 minutes, it was tough. I think we needed to get to grips with the midfield and their rotations. And I think once we switched that, once the staff gave information, then I think we came to grips with it. We got more organised. We got a hold of the game. Yeah, we have to, of course, stop giving up silly goals and conceding silly goals. You know, that's the next step for us, and keep pushing on.
So hopefully we'll get to see that against France.
I hope so. Yeah, it's going to be a really tough game. They're an unbelievable team. We played against them once already, and we know their strengths. We know how quality they are, but I think we want to go after them. We want to get something out of the game, so we're all looking forward to it.
And a goal for Denise O'Sullivan in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, maybe?
I hope so, yeah, that would be really special. Look, I'm always looking to score goals, so hopefully it would happen in Cork. That would be amazing.
It certainly would. Denise, thanks so much for talking to us, and welcome home.
Thanks, Tony.
Now, a little bit earlier, the team gathered to pay tribute to Zara Murphy. Zara tragically passed away last Thursday playing in a Louth Schoolgirls League match for Termonfeckin Celtic FC. All of our thoughts are with Zara's family and friends right now. After a stellar start to the Euro Championships drawing with Spain, the Under-19s face Germany tomorrow at 11:55 a.m. on the RTE News Channel and The Player. On Thursday at 10:10, you can catch episode 3 of Path to Paris, featuring boxer Kelly Harrington, marathon runner Heiko Tenoso Hasso, and swimmer Nicole Turner. That's on RTE1 and on The Player. Then on Saturday, tune into Racing from the Curragh for coverage of the Irish Oaks, where it looks like Willie Mullins is going to be a central figure. Our coverage starts at 2:30 on RTE2 and on The Player. Well, the atmosphere is building nicely here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Karen, one of the things we noted from the England game was that there needed to be an improvement in decision making, particularly around the final third. How important is that going to be for this team?
Yeah, I think that's the next step in our evolution. I think we spoke about that when Eileen came in, and I certainly do think that the girls are becoming braver in possession. I think that that's certainly evident, and there was good passages of play, and leading up to the goal we were in complete control, and it was decision making that let us down. Just having possession, we haven't had chances too much to exert that in this Nations League campaign, and getting used to making those key decisions at crucial times will only come with experience. Unfortunately, we're going to have to learn quick and fast, and you know, it was a big learning curve for us here conceding this goal. You know, Denise came back with it, and instead of the midfield making an angle, we ended up going back to Niamh. It goes to the keeper, and the passes were behind each other. All of a sudden we end up at the edge of our own box. Niamh is facing no options and is forced to kind of give away a penalty, and it all comes from that split second time you have to make a decision, and that's the difference between a top team and where we're at the moment, and that's only going to come with time and experience in making these major tournaments.
Yeah, and I think that's maybe something we'll probably have to get into a little bit more once tonight's game is over, because it'll become evident whether the learnings were taken from that England game. Jamie, I know it's hard to analyse a game that you probably want to be playing in, although Karen probably wants to be playing in it as well. But just from your perspective, how do you think it's going to unfold out there tonight?
Yeah, listen, for me, I think we need to start strong. Obviously, we conceded early on in the last game. We need to nullify that, and I want a strong defensive performance from Ireland today.
Yeah, well, we know they're good at that. Karen, what would you like to see?
Yeah, I think as long as we keep it tight for the first 45, then we can kind of go out with a bit of ambition. We saw that we should have fresh legs to bring off the bench, and Eileen's not afraid to use it, but I think Jamie's right. I think not conceding early doors is huge for us, and kind of emulate what we did against Sweden away. I think that was our best performance of the campaign.
Okay, well, it is now time to once again test ourselves against one of the best teams in the world. It's the turn of France. So let's hand over to our commentary team of Maeve de Burka and Cork man Des Curran.
Yeah, there's a lot of us here today, Marie. Thank you very much. So in what is, as you mentioned, a very big week for Cork sport, the curtain's set to come down on the Republic of Ireland's European qualifying group, and it will do so in front of its sizable attendance here on Lee's side. Julianne Russell's last gasp goal at Carrow Road on Friday night gave Ireland that positive moment to bring into tonight's clash against a formidable French outfit that has won 4 of 5 in the group, with Friday's win against Sweden confirming a top 2 finish and automatic progression to next year's finals in Switzerland. So despite all those changes, it will still be a big test ahead, Maeve, in the last competitive outing before that key playoffs in the autumn.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's going to be another huge test for Ireland tonight. Like you said, just although it may be France's second team, it's still stacked with talent, and I think they're going to be really up against it. But Julianne's goal definitely gave them a bit of a, I suppose, an upward curve of this group, hopefully, and hopefully we can get a good result tonight just to end the campaign on a high and look forward to those playoffs.
Well, that is what it's all now geared towards. The draw comes on Friday. Important, of course, as you've been hearing, that Ireland finish above Poland, who are taking on Iceland today. We'll keep you abreast of all that's going on there. All the games kicking off today at the same time. But before kick-off here, we will take the anthems.
Agus Savish Accorda Aron Nivian.
So Cork welcomes back the women's international team, playing here for the first time in 12 years. And there are a few left over, the likes of Louise Quinn, Julianne Russell, Rusha Littlejohn, Nia Fahy, Megan Campbell, and Denise O'Sullivan, who were all here those 12 years ago under Sue Ronan when the games were played at Turner's Cross. Let's bring you the teams then. As you've heard, Eileen Gleeson welcomes back her captain. Katie McCabe saw a run of 45 straight competitive fixtures ended when she missed the England game due to suspension. Louise Quinn returns at the heart of that back three, and up front it's all change as Julianne Russell and Leanne Kiernan start, having impressed off the bench in Norwich. Niamh Fahey, Lily Agg, Amber Barrett and Emily Murphy, the quartet who dropped to the bench. Our officials for this one come from Spain, and with the whistle it's Olatz Rivera Olmedo who will be taking charge of proceedings. Valère Bernard, with qualification now secured, makes the full 11 changes for France from Friday night's win against Sweden. There's an 8th cap in goal for Constant Pica. At the back, a senior debut for Paris Saint-Germain's 20-year-old Taniba Samoura, alongside Maëlle Lacroix, who scored twice in the pre-World Cup warm-up game in Tala last year. Amandine Henry comes into midfield to win her 106th cap, a full 15 years after she won her first. Selma Basha also back in, and another chance to see the burgeoning talents of Lyon's Vicky Béchot, a former underage goal scorer against Ireland. So Maeve, there is no Pero Magnan, there is no Renard, there is no Karshawi, Dali, Toletti, Gayoro, Dayani, Lusamer, Katoto, Cascarino. He's left them all out. So is this a chance for Ireland to go and achieve a big result here tonight?
Yeah, it's as good a chance as any, really, to be honest, but you still look at them and you look at the likes of Henri, who you mentioned, 15 years on, and she's still going strong. Would have played against her many times myself, and she's definitely going to, I think, try to pull the strings from that holding midfield spot for France tonight. But I suppose we have to factor in as well that a lot of this French team are going to try to play their way into the Olympic squad, of course, later this month too. So a little bit of pressure on their shoulders, I suppose, but a big opportunity nonetheless for Ireland.
Well, Katie McCabe back in tow for Eileen Gleeson. I was walking in a couple of hours ago. So many Katie McCabe jerseys being worn by the fans who've come here from all corners. Bumped into Jessu's family on the way down, halfway down from Dublin. They were heading here from Finglas. They've followed her all around at underage and senior level. And Heimur Hallgrimsson, the new Republic of Ireland men's manager, is amongst those in attendance this evening. Good to see him getting out and about and connecting with the new supporters and all of these Irish teams.
That's for sure, yeah. It's good to have him on board, and yeah, the atmosphere is really building around Cork all day today, and judging by the traffic jams outside the stadium, I'd say we'll see a few people late coming in here tonight, but it's great to see such a buzz around, and nice to see the game, you know, being expanded outside of Dublin to give the people of Cork a chance to get out, and judging already by the sound of the atmosphere here, I think we'll be in for a treat tonight.
Well, as we said, we'll keep you up to date on what happens between Poland and Iceland. The Republic of Ireland will kick off here with a +4 goal difference to the Poles. If they were to finish below them, then you'd be looking at a playoff semi-final, but then possibly a playoff final against the League A side. So that is what Ireland are battling to avoid as we get underway at Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Sweden and England meet in the other game in the group in Gothenburg to claim the other automatic spot along with France. Sweden needing to win that one. So let's see how this much changed France 11 will settle here. As Maeve has been saying, it's a big period upcoming. Home Olympic Games, very, very important to them. And so Renard today just having a little look at the depth of the squad available to him. Here is Anna Patton of Aston Villa. Look back to Friday night, and when it was Hayes on one side and Patton on the other of Niamh Fahey, it's Louise Quinn today. It just brought a balance to that back three. Let's see how they go this evening. Cascarino forced off it by Rusha Littlejohn. Here is the elegant Henri. Cascarino's a little bit of a shaky couple of moments to start with as she gave that pass away. Twin sister Delphine amongst those on the bench tonight. Another one there who the Republic of Ireland would be glad to see there, maybe Eugénie Le Sommer. We'll get into that in a few moments' time as France look to come forward here. Nudge in the back from Rusha Littlejohn. And the first set piece on the way.
It's good to see both Leanne and Julianne starting. They both changed the game really when they came on at half-time the last night, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on early on and see if we'll be hitting a few balls over the top, no doubt, just into the channels to turn the back line of the French.
Especially if they look to pressurise the debutante Niba Samura, just 20 years of age, but showed some composure there to ease away from the pressure and pick her pass. Certainly a competition for places in that French back line. Renard is the constant. A chase on here for Julianne Russell. Oh, and the Co took a long time over that one and has got away with it. And that's exactly the pressure Eileen Gleeson has been talking about, that she wants her front two to bring. Didn't feel it was there in the first half against England, but it's there right from the start here. And Russell looking to close down again. Ball out towards that far side into four. And starting down the right-hand side, and Vicky Besho through the middle. Denise O'Sullivan. And it's open to her on the right-hand side, Leanne Kiernan. Well, had she managed to take that in her stride, there was a shot in the offing. Pressurising Cascarino. And Leanne Kiernan just keep an eye on that, slowly back to her feet. She's had her injury issues, particularly in that second season at Liverpool. Denise O'Sullivan again, very lively start of this final group qualifier. Henri squeezing Littlejohn. Here is Aoife Mannion. Patton looking to play it forward, Ireland throw it.
Yeah, really promising. Both Leanne and Julianne at different times there in that passage of play had pressed really well. Julianne on the keeper and Leanne then on the defence as well. And you know, any mistake at all from the French back line, and I think they'll be nipping in to get a chance on goal.
Here is Vicky Besho winning her 16th cap. She was the youngest member of the squad at the World Cup finals. As been a prodigious talent from an early age. She was scoring in a under-19 European Championships when she was 15. But for Constance Picot, this was one she got away with.
Yeah, I think Julie got a touch here. We'll see it again. Oh, yeah, it was close.
Selma Basha regularly forms part of a very exciting left side. It's Sakina Karshawi. Samura out to Lacroix. Looking for someone to show for that. That was Le Garec. France looking to build down that right-hand side. Le Garec again. Caitlin Hayes gets there first. Hayes outstanding at Carrow Road on Friday evening. Paris's throwing. And Bechet looking to work it back to her, but that one goes awry and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, she definitely looks more comfortable on either side. Caitlin Hayes, the central spot just didn't seem to suit her the last night, although I probably would prefer to see her on the right-hand side because her diagonal balls from a right-footed position were really a feature of her game in the first few games. It takes it out of it a little bit, the way she'll have to turn her body to hit the diagonal balls tonight. But yeah, Patton is doing well as well on that side too.
Courtney Brosnan reaches halfway, met by the head of Henri, flicked on by Beshot. Tied it up by Jesu. He's happy to take it back from Courtney Brosnan. Lovely little nutmeg on the inside from Zhu, but now she's lost out. And Dufour looking to get a shot away, and that will run for a corner.
Yeah, we just see it again. Jesu just losing the ball in a really crucial area of the pitch there, and Dufour just, the shot is blocked by Louise Quinn, but a little slightly careless from Zhu, but we'll have to try to defend this corner.
Basha to take it, delivered right around the back towards Lacroix. Ireland well aware of her danger from set pieces, as they saw in Tala last year.
Yeah, in the game against Sweden on Friday, the 3 goals came from corners, both of the French goals. Obviously the players involved not on the pitch at the moment, but we know that set pieces is such a vital area for them. We of course conceded, like I said, against the Merlion as well from a free kick, so we'll be trying to limit their chances from set pieces as much as possible.
Le Garec in the thick of it early on. Dufour infield, lovely little layoff on the edge, but that's been picked up by Denise O'Sullivan, who slaloms her way out of pressure. Magnificent work from O'Sullivan. The Knocknaheeny native looking to squeeze it down the line then for Julianne Russell.
Yeah, I think there was a little nutmeg there from Denise. The Cork crowd loved that one.
Had an excellent group, France. Their only defeat coming in Saint-Etienne against England by 2-1, having beaten the English at St James's Park in Newcastle prior to that. Just the 1 goal separated these two when they met in the group opener in Metz. That was Marie-Antoinette Katoto, just 6 minutes in. Go out to this left-hand side and Cascarino. Samura, who a year ago was playing in the European Under-19 Championships, named on the team of the tournament there, and she looks tall, elegant centre half, good on the ball as well. Here's an opportunity. Cutting back on the inside was Dufour. An excellent recovery there from Jesu to get there and help out Caitlin Hayes.
Yeah, we just see it here. The ball's picked up and it's a great through ball into Dufour. Just got in behind Jesu, but like I said, Caitlin Hayes, and in fairness to Jesu, got around and covered and just nicked it off her for a goal kick. It's interesting to see Jesu operate out on the left wing back position that we would have thought Katie McCabe would have started in, but Katie McCabe has taken up a centre midfield role, at least in the initial stages here anyway.
Hervé Renard, who's been linked with the US men's national team job after they sacked Greg Berhalter, has done big things with 3 different African teams in terms of AFCON tournaments and World Cups, most recently Saudi Arabia in 2022. And Samura gliding backwards, seeing the pass back to her goalkeeper cut off. Has a decision to make here. And for someone who's making her senior debut, she really does look the part already. We've only played less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, she does. She's solid there, but the Irish girls, it's interesting to see just such a high line that they have in comparison to the other games. Would have almost expected them to sit in, but maybe it was a case of when they saw the team sheet as well, knowing that this is definitely an opportunity, and it's nice to see them so high up the pitch pressing early on.
Early shout from Hayes, little touch from McCabe, and then it's Patton. Pesho will try to keep the pressure on Louise Quinn, so back to Brosnan. She's making her 30th straight starting goal tonight on the occasion of her 40th cap, Courtney Brosnan. It seemed like we were a long time waiting for that long-term successor to Emma Byrne. Brosnan, one of Ireland's top players over the last few years. Here goes Eva Perisset of Chelsea, who will have a French manager coming in next season, Sonia Bonpastor.
She played that night in Turner's Cross, if I'm not mistaken, or close to it anyways. We definitely played her down here.
Fans rolling through the third here, the cross in, dealt with by Patton. Here is Basha, big shot from Cascarino, and charging on, and a cross shot. Well, that neither troubled Brosnan nor found a teammate at the back post, but positive from the left back.
Yeah, we just see her full of confidence to take the I don't know if it was a shot on or cross, but yeah, she's not afraid to get forward and drive into the Irish box.
So 11 minutes in, a lively encounter, but no goals just yet. It also remains scoreless. 10 minutes in the Poland-Iceland game. UEFA decreeing that every game kicks off at the same time this evening, hence the 6 o'clock kickoff here. O'Sullivan, France getting bodies around her quickly. To the left-hand side, Cascarino's going to have to go some there. Not too heavy a pass, didn't really give her a chance. Sandy Baltimore, who was just signed for Chelsea from Paris Saint-Germain. Bishop. Nestled off it by a combination of Mannion and O'Sullivan. Samura gliding away from Katie McCabe. Support there from Eva Perisset. Here is Dufour of Paris FC. Samura again picks a nice ball into midfield. On first time from Cascarino, but that not the ball that Baltimore is looking for.
The French are looking a little bit disjointed, but I suppose it just comes from this team not playing together probably ever before either, so it may take them a while just to get into their groove.
Very interesting draw for the Olympics. They're in with the defending champions Canada, New Zealand, and a Colombia side that were so good at the last World Cup. Best France have managed in the Olympic Games semi-finals back in 2012, beaten 2-1 by Japan when Eugenie Le Sommer scored. I wonder if we will see Les Sommer this evening. Made her debut in Cork in a game you've played in yourself, Maeve. But she's been a goal scorer right from the very start. 93 and 102 caps tells its own story. Denise O'Sullivan, that one's going to skip away from her into the waiting hands of Picot. Henry, playing her football these days in the US. She's been there for the last couple of years, but decorated over 2 spells with Lyon, 15 league titles, 7 Champions League titles included. And here she is again. Ball into the channel. And too heavy for Besho. And the Republic of Ireland will start again with Courtney Brosnan. Over towards this near side, and Mannion, who won the header. And Julianne Russell giving chase. She was just shadowed out of the way by Lecroix to allow our goalkeeper to come for that, but it's a good strength of Aoife Mannion, and you can see it's a good tactic from the Republic of Ireland as well to look out towards her on this near side.
Yeah, exactly. They hadn't won some of the earlier headers, but that was a good flick on from Mannion, and Julianne is just on the shoulder of the defenders.
Le Garrick out to Perisset, back with Le Garrick again, who's the only member of the French squad currently unattached. Baltimore unable to take that one in, and here is Mannion again. Littlejohn, foul by Le Garrick.
You just see Katie taking this very deep free kick. You'd wonder, could Louise Quinn get on that and Katie move up the pitch? Well,
Patton down the middle towards Julianne Russell, who is giving away a few inches to Lecroix, but she got there. Here is Leanne Kiernan. And Jessou with the snapshot that carries just wide. But there it is again, Julianne Russell. She mightn't be the biggest, but she's got a good spring. She won her header bravely.
yeah, she did, and then Leanne did well just to get in behind, and then ball just fell to Jessou at the edge of the box. Unfortunately not on target, but still good to get that early chance in from Ireland.
Picot out to Lecroix of Real Madrid. Just signed for them. They've been chasing her for a couple of years, but they've finally got her signature from Montpellier. Perisset being forced back by Zhu. And Lecroix here with time. Nicely weighted ball into Selma Basha. Henry dropping into the idea was to start the next wave of French attacks, but she's miscued that one. Controversially omitted from the Euros by Corinne Diacre, who rattled more than a few cages during her time in charge. Russell looking to cause a problem for Lecroix, and Kiernan is onto this one. Oh, she struck it beautifully. We were right behind that, just on the half volley. And that is a smart save from Picot. That one was travelling.
Really, really good chance from Kiernan, and we can hear the crowd here really getting behind Ireland now. She hit it with pace, just unfortunately right at the keeper in that case. If that was in the corner, it would have been definitely a goal.
A lovely strike from Leanne Kiernan. There's two up top already, having that impact. Seen since the arrival of Kira Carusa. Just the presence she has up front, but she's often up front there on her own. There's two up top is just a bit of a new departure from Eileen Gleeson. And Russell and Kiernan bringing that energy again. Louise Quinn, who came off the bench on Friday to become Ireland's most capped outfield player, moving one ahead of Anya O'Gorman. Just Emma Byrne ahead of her now. Imagine Eileen Gleeson quite happy with what she's seen so far. Patton makes that hers. O'Sullivan. Henry right on top of her though. Worked out by Legaric. Good ball as well for Parisset, who's looking to run Zhu on the outside. And second thoughts about that, so it's back to Pico. Free header for Hayes. And Parisset, using her experience, 60 caps now, just to see that one dead on the far side. Parisset looking for an option here. Had to wait for one. Zhu in with the tackle. Back with Caitlin Hayes, who rolls it on to Anna Patton. Hayes again. Before looking to pressurise Brosnan. Bided her time, gets in a good clearing kick as well. Problem there from Henry, who's ended up in the net and the deck, but here come France, Baltimore, and then the cross coming in from Basha, but she's overcooked that one.
Yeah, another wasted opportunity from the French. Basha is usually so technically good. She just overhit. I think it was, she was looking for Defour on the back post, but it wasn't to be for them.
Selma Basha, who was one of those to miss in that dramatic penalty shootout as they went out of the World Cup at the quarter-final stage, the hosts Australia. One of those, though, with a decorated underage past, and there are quite a few in this France squad who are World Cup and European Championship winners underage. At senior level, though, they have struggled to get beyond quarter-finals. At semi-final at the last Euros, the first time they'd been to the last four of a major tournament since the 2012 Olympics. And as disappointing as it was to lose to Germany in those Euros, they just couldn't handle the power of Alexandra Popp on the night as they were beaten 2-1 by Germany. It was at least a step beyond the quarter-final. Now Courtney Brosnan going to go along with this goal kick again. All the outfield players clustered over towards that far side. Skims off O'Sullivan, forward by Henry. Good win in the air again from Patton, but France getting numbers around Littlejohn. Little ball in behind and Brosnan advancing and made the right decision, got there ahead of Defour.
Yeah,
rolls it out to McCabe, but that's been given away. A little bit of a misunderstanding there, and Brosnan was worried for a moment about where that effort from Selma Basha was going.
Yeah, we just see the short ball out to Katie there. It's just given away straight to the French right at the edge of the box, and Basha was a little bit closer with that, but again just given away in a vital area of the pitch, and this was a through ball then that Brosnan did well just to come off her line for.
See the pass from McCabe, who offered the hand of apology afterwards, was towards Rusha Littlejohn, who was actually looking up the pitch rather than across. No harm done in the end. Big header won by Henry. Wide open spaces now on this near side, and the race is on. Baltimore and Mannion. Aoife Mannion happy under pressure to knock it out for a throw-in. Cascarino. Good touch from Baltimore, gets it back from Bishop. pass of Cascarino, read by Mannion, and Ireland looking to break away here. And Samura touch tight on Kiernan. He arrived at Paris Saint-Germain last season. Kaniba Samura ended up playing 31 games, sent off in the cup final, but big impact in a debut season at a young age. Showed she had that maturity and that mentality. Guess when you come in around the national team as well, Maeve, and you've got Wendy Renard there, you're going to pick up a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, she really is probably the best there has been in terms of defenders. She's such quality on the ball and such an attacking threat as well. So yeah, who better to learn off than her?
Strong work by Hayes. The Celtic star picks the ball down the channel, and Julianne Russell will get there. Kiernan and O'Sullivan racing to try and get into the penalty area. Decision time for Julianne Russell. And to take on Lacroix, who stood her ground. And two Irish players in the penalty area left disappointed, and now the break could be on. It's Vicky Beshot. Hayes struggling to go with her. Louise Quinn backing off Beshot. Excellent work by Quinn. Never allowed her to come on the inside and get her shot away. But now the shot will come in, but fizzed over the crossbar of Courtney Brosnan. In the end by Leila Garrick.
Yeah, we just see it again, just the breakaway, and Louise did enough just to slow it down to get the help back that was needed from the break. It just comes inside then to LeGarrick and just fizzes it over the bar. She'll be disappointed with that effort. But it was a great chance at the other end, a breakaway by Julianne, and had she maybe just been able to get her head up earlier, Denise was in a little pocket of space at the edge of the box, but really another good attacking opportunity for Ireland, so it's all positive so far.
Good defending at one end by Lacroix, at the other by Louise Quinn. Here is Mannion, with support from Patton. And the first mistake from Samura. But all the way back with Pico, who fizzes it out to Perisset. Huge punt downfield. Louise Quinn underneath it. And a little bump from Beshot, spotted by our Spanish official.
I just see here, yeah, Louise is very strong in the air. When she came on the other night, I thought she might be coming on up front, but she's still operated back in that centre-back spot where she's very comfortable.
And played her part in the goal as well, winning that header from the long Megan Campbell throw-in, and then it was Hayes, and then it was Russell, and then jubilation for the travelling fans who'd waited a long, long time for an Ireland goal in this group. Hayes looking for that ball for Russell again. And Constance Pico, she's not been shy in advancing outside her penalty area when the need is there.
Yeah, those straight balls from Hayes to Russell in that case, they're so easy to defend if at all possible. If they can be diagonal, it's a lot harder for the defence.
Well, heading towards the half hour, it's been an even contest so far. Perisset for Henry. Very secure in possession, Henry. Even with the pressure there, her teammates trust her to give it to her. Cascarino puts it forward for Baltimore, who was a little caught on her heels. And a good bit of defensive work by Anna Patton.
Yeah, they've been working some good triangles here on the left side between Cascarino, Basha and Baltimore as well. Just trying to get it into Beshot as well, top.
Ireland caught protesting as France get on with it. Baltimore going all the way back, and she's lost it. Pickpocketed by Denise O'Sullivan, and here goes Rusha Littlejohn. Julianne Russell to the left. Russell advancing. Oh, she thought she had someone to her left, but didn't. But here she is to win it back again. McCabe muscled off it by Perisic. Basha. Denise O'Sullivan tried to take her down. Good advantage allowed here by the referee. Henry popping up in the right wing. Basha in the penalty area, coming towards the edge in Baltimore. Looking to set someone up to get a shot away. It's Legaric who engineers the space beautifully. And then Patton saw the danger, stepped out and diffused it. Well, one end to the other.
Yeah, the French can be dangerous on the counter-attack. Here we just see the ball in, ends up Legaric again. She just manages to get a shot off, but Patton was there. In fairness, it was a good block down, just keeping her hands behind her back as well, for fear of giving away a penalty.
It's towards Kiernan. Piece is picked up by Henry, who wins the throw-in off Mannion. Aoife Mannion, a former star at underage level for England before. They've thrown her a lot in with the Republic of Ireland. Been some big additions to the squad in the last year or so. The likes of Mannion and Patton and Hayes, as well as the young players coming through. There goes Vicky Besho. Held up by Quinn. Pass picked up by Mannion, and now it's McCabe. To set Kiernan away. Samura there again, and always looking for the pass out from centre back. Selma Basha sweeps it out to that far side. Dufour. Support there from Perisic. Basha on her left foot again, is going to have a go here. Oh, struck it beautifully. Well, that's one of the dangers she brings. Real quality in that left foot of hers, and that was close.
Yeah, we just see it again. The ball is played out to her. Basha, it's her third attempt on goal. She really strikes that one with venom, but just off target again. But again, just given far too much space there in that central mid area. We don't seem to be getting to grips with it when the ball does come out to the centre midfielders for France. You need to try to get a bit more organised, I think, within that area. I don't think Katie has had too much of an influence in that area of the pitch at the moment. Or as I speak, she has been put back to the left wing back spot, which I do think is probably where she should have a better influence, and Jesu then can switch with her and just be. I think she's a bit more comfortable in that central area.
There was always that possibility with the versatility that Jesu brings, as well as McCabe, of course, that switch could happen. Kiernan went in physically there on Cascarino. Referee happy to let play go on. There's Patton. Skims off the head of Lacroix. And a chance for Ireland to get well up the pitch here. This is what they didn't have in Norwich on Friday, the possibility of a McCabe delivery and Louise Quinn on the end of it. Denise O'Sullivan there for the short option. France with just one out. Louise Quinn around the back, Caitlin Hayes deepest of all. Julianne Russell on the toes of the goalkeeper, Pico. Let's see what the Republic of Ireland have worked on the training ground. It's McCabe with the deep delivery towards Hayes, who wins the first header. And ball appeals from the Ireland players and supporters falling on deaf ears. A good corner kick routine to isolate the aerial power of Caitlin Hayes around the back, and hope someone would be on the end of her header.
There seem to be appeals for handball from the Irish, so we'll have to see that one again.
Picot out to Dufour. Ball into Besho, who lays it off towards Legaric, who's coming under pressure. Here is Selma Basha. Quick and thought indeed, and on she drives Basha all the way into the penalty area and still going. And eventually Louise Quinn just gets the lean on her. It will go for a corner. But interesting to see Basha being used in this more inside position. Here's that header from Hayes. Oh, it did come off the arm, didn't it?
Yeah, that was...
Leclerc.
There was VAR. Let's just say that would definitely be a definite penalty off the arm, the outstretched right arm of Leclerc.
That's a big shout, all right. And you could see the almost bemusement on the face of Louise Quinn there that it wasn't given. Basha with the short corner to Besho. And now Basha going around the back towards Leclerc. He just couldn't quite get to the pitch of it.
Yeah, Leclerc can definitely count herself. Lucky that she didn't give away a penalty, but you see the replay of it here in towards her at the back post. She just couldn't, just slightly overhit, couldn't get on the end of it, but in fairness to Caitlin Hayes, had her tightly marked.
So 10 to go in a goalless, but an entertaining first half at Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Henri, nice little touch around the corner, but Cascarino has let it escape her. It's Moura out of position. Basha saw a potential threat there and stepped in. Now we have a word of a goal, and it is Poland falling behind against Iceland. Iceland with the big result the other night against Germany at the other end. And France just running out of pitch, so that is good news from a Republic of Ireland point of view.
Yeah, it takes the pressure off that goal, that pending result, I suppose, from Poland. I think we would just have to lose by 4 less goals, maybe, than they would.
And just to update you, if you're interested in the other game in this group, it remains Sweden 0, England 0 in Gothenburg as they head towards half-time there. Would mean France and England claiming the top 2 automatic positions, and Sweden would be a side you would not want to meet in the playoffs. Lovely touch from Legaric, she's got it back again. Oh, they've worked that beautifully. Besho coming out from that centre forward position to be the link player and looking to get on the end of it again, and were it not for Louise Quinn, she would have. Maybe some signs that this France 11 are starting to gel now as they get to know each other a little better as a starting team.
Yeah, you get the feeling they have a few more gears to go up through. Just as, like I said, as they're gelling together, it seems to be becoming a little bit more fluid for them.
Zhu unable to take it away from Leah Legaric. Here is Perisset. Henri had made the forward run. Instead it's into the feet of Besho. Here is Besho again. Henri staying on that right hand side. Dufour. Happy to go back to Leclerc. And all the way back to Pico. It's moved on from Paris Saint-Germain, given the impending arrival of the England goalkeeper Mary Earps there. Maybe a needless foul that in the end, as Basha really had nowhere to go.
Yeah, we just see it again. She's doubled up by Mannion has a tug of her shirt there, but like you said, she's going absolutely nowhere. The 3 Irish around her, it really is a needless foul there.
Moura to Perisset, back with Leclerc. See the 2 Ireland strikers as well, split and right on top of the centre halves. not allowing them to play out that way, France, and there's the pressure then when it is played into midfield by the goalkeeper. Won by the Tigerish Denise O'Sullivan. And Ireland back in possession, so the plan to that end working perfectly. Patton out to Kiernan. Mannion. And Quinn back to Brosnan. For an hour, you might be able to hear him in the background barking out the instructions to his midfield as to where he wants them. Mannion dispossessed. Strongly in to win it back again. Anna Patton tips it towards Russell, who wins another header, and Kiernan trying to run Samura here. Young centre half used her body well to shepherd the ball back to her goalkeeper. Last 5 minutes then of the first half on Lee's side. And the big goal of the night not coming here, but in Poland. Hayes wins another header. They've gone from Zoo. And if Russell can get this to sit down, which he couldn't quite, might have been something there.
You definitely see a change of approach though in this game, in that they're pressing everything. This is they have a full press on the French throw. All Irish outfield players in the French half.
Just a reminder, we'll be back with the Ireland 19s at their European Championship finals on Thursday against Germany, Sunday against the Netherlands. Outstanding defensive performance to open up with against Spain. They were under so much pressure, but they held out for a precious point.
Yeah, it was real back to the wall stuff. They did really, really well defensively. Good draw against the defending champions was a good start.
Some players in this Republic of Ireland squad who were part of a really good under-17 team that got to a European Championship final, beaten by Spain and Puteas, and then got to a World Cup quarter-final. Denise O'Sullivan, Megan Campbell, Grace Maloney, the goalkeeper who's on the bench here. What that can do for young players though at a young age, Maeve, to experience a European Championship finals, to be in with the best.
Yeah, exactly. It gives them such experience, like you said, at such a young age, to then come on and bring that into the senior squad as well. It's invaluable, really.
Drilled out by Pico, but picked up by Mannion. They have made it hard for France to play out from the back. And the incessant pressure there again. This time it's Kiernan. Yeah, you don't often see that given, do you? It's Delphine Cascarino who's looking to the referee, wondering. Well, this is back with Ireland possession. Mannion down the line for Kiernan. And Mannion hoisted into the penalty area. Russell jumping with Lacroix again. And launched away by Cascarino.
Mannion stole about 10 yards on that last throw, I'd say. We'll see if Patton will do the same. Excellent from Julianne Russell, 4 years away from the international team, but what an impact she made coming back in at half-time on Friday. She's had success from her college days with UL, all the way through her senior career. Starting off at Salthill Devon in Galway.
I should mention that, sorry Maeve, yes. I'll get in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been great all throughout though, like I said, and played at various different clubs in the Women's National League, and now is flying it with Galway United in the Women's Premier Division.
I'll redeem myself by saying Galway United going really well this season as well, aren't they? They're up there, top three in the in the top flight.
Yeah, great first half of the season, and it's going to make for an exciting second half of the season with Shells and, well, at Lone top at the moment, but Shells and Galway United all vying for that top spot.
Pico goes short as Ireland stand off this time. Samura and Cascarino. Samura, she's not confident on the ball. She's taking a chance and she's lost out here. Mannion, and now it's Kiernan was looking for the pullback for Zou on the edge. And the chance goes a-begging, and France looking to break quickly now with Baltimore. Cascarino looking for that ball again, but once again it's overhit and will run all the way through to Courtney Brosnan.
It would have been a great time to score. Zamora, like you said, just slightly casual there, just affording Ireland the opportunity.
It would have been the reverse of what happened in Tala last year in that pre-World Cup warm-up, when France struck twice very, very late at the end of the first half. Cascarino. Lovely layoff from Legarek. Here goes Baltimore. Patton shows her the outside and then just eases into her. Very calm and confident piece of defending from Anna Patton. Just a sixth cap for the Aston Villa defender. Came through at Arsenal, had her spell in college in the US. But overall impressions made for the first half?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been nice to see Ireland pressing so high up the pitch and, you know, not giving France too much respect, but at the same time they're putting together good passes and defending solidly as well.
Yeah, an evening of plenty of chances at Páirc Uí Chaoimh, but no goals just yet. Ireland very much in the argument here. As much change, France head to the dressing rooms. Maybe some changes to come for them in the second half, but they will head there on a half-time scoreline here of the Republic of Ireland 0, France 0.
A steady Ireland performance in the first half, albeit against a French team with wholesale changes to their starting 11. A very entertaining half of football in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, 1-1 at the break. Jamie Finn, very evenly matched sides, and I don't think we were expecting that when we were speaking pre-match, but so far so good from Ireland, would you think?
Yeah, I think if you make 11 changes, I mean, what do you expect really from the French side? But for us, yeah, it's been positive. We've kind of kept them to long-range chances, which is good for us, and kind of crosses into the box. So, yeah, it's been positive so far.
Yeah, and up top it's been quite positive as well, Karen. This Ireland team are applying an awful lot of pressure to France and getting some rewards as well.
They are, and you can obviously see that France haven't been used to playing with each other, and they are being forced into mistakes, and that's exactly what we want against this kind of opposition. And like we spoke about, the energy that Julianne and Leanne are going to bring for that forward line, that was in the first minute. We saw evidence of it. Denise being as ferocious as she usually is, and then plays a lovely weighted pass into Leanne here, just can't get that touch to bring it in front of goal. But again, she even sticks with that and gets the block in to try and force something out of France there. And it's just been largely positive. I think, again, just forcing France back to face their own goal. When the French keeper is looking up here, she's really limited in options. Obviously, France being France, they're going to try and play, and she plays ball into midfield, but again, straight away pressure applied, and the combination between Denise O'Sullivan and Jess Sue also nearly sets us away there. But I think, again, sometimes our decision making can be better in those instances. Again, here we're kind of slowing the play down. We don't really know where to go with it, and we end up going back as well, and we saw how that was to our detriment last week. So if we can be a bit quicker in releasing those, I think we can really get something off this pressure, because it's been consistent throughout the whole half as well. We saw Leanne and Julianne combining in the first couple of minutes for pressure, but here we are towards the end of the second half and they combined again. But again, that final decision making, that's what's made us not have clear-cut chances at the end of all of this, and again, that is the next step for this team.
Yeah, and you'd imagine that Eileen's going to be quite positive and be able to show them, look, if we can build on what we've done in that first half, that look, who knows where these chances can go to. One of the things that was spoken about quite a lot, Jamie, and I'm sure you'll be aware of this from being in and around the camp, was trying to cut out those early goals. And we know that they have the capability to be defensively solid. And they, to be fair, the chances that they limited France to, they weren't as threatening as we'd usually expect from France.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, we limited that kind of early chance, early goals that we'd kind of be susceptible to conceding. So yeah, that's been a positive we can take from that. I thought Louise Quinn has been really, really good this first half. She's came in and done what she does kind of all the time. Yeah. So France have been kind of nullified to crosses, long range shots as well. If we can kind of keep them to that, you'd be happy enough. You want Courtney to push out her back line to get pressure, and you can see here we're kind of giving the ball away a bit carelessly, and that long range effort again. If we can keep them to that and put pressure on the ball and try and stop those long range efforts, hopefully we can continue that in the second half.
Just in those last two instances, I think we see there that Katie was part of that flat three, and we spoke about her positioning before the game, and it swiftly changed during the game, and I think it was because of that. She's playing as a defensive midfielder. It's not where we're going to get the most out of her. Granted, a lot of the play has come down the French left side, so the other side hasn't been used, but I think in the second half we will see her come into it more with that freedom to foray down the wing. Yeah,
and you'd imagine be more settled as well there. Okay, we're going to take a very quick break, but stay with us. We've more analysis and a second half to come.
National team.
Welcome back, and all here in Porky Queeve. And Karen, much to the delight of the fans that are here, we've created a few chances.
Yeah, we have, and look, again, it's come from kind of putting their back line under pressure. Not the biggest up front, but Julianne here puts the defence under pressure, and Leanne gets in, and Jessu is high up the pitch, and that's from that left wing back position. So a really positive start there. Similar to here, Aoife Mannion, maybe you'd call it a bit of a hit and hope ball, but if you put enough pressure on someone and you're alert enough to the second ball, you can create something. And if this shot is a few inches to the left, that really troubles the French goalkeeper. Again, we're always going to be a threat from set pieces, particularly looking for Caitlin Hayes. She really has been our go-to since she's come into this team. And look, if we have VAR, I think there's a decision there for the referee. In real time, it's hard to give those ones, but letter of the law, it probably is a penalty, and you had enough people appealing for it that maybe it should have been considered.
Yeah, and we have seen them given in the past. Jamie, we're looking at a lot of space between where we are and the sideline. It looks like the perfect place for Megan Campbell to launch some throws. Do you think we'll see her on?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we see Megan on. We know her threat from those throw-ins are massive. I think they could even be better than a corner at this stage. So if we can keep that pressure high up the pitch, win some throw-ins, get Megan on, and kind of launch them into the box.
Yeah, well, it looks like the teams are getting ready to get going again. It'll be interesting to see if France actually make some changes when you consider that they had 11 different changes at the start of this game. Let's hand back now, though, for the second half to Maven Des.
Thanks, Marie. Welcome back. I did see Delphine Cascarino down below. I think we might be seeing her at the start of this second half. So you can see if that's something to happen now or maybe a little bit later on. But 0-0 at half-time. Quite enjoyable first half. Even if it was bereft of goals, there were certainly chances. The question now is, can Ireland find another gear in this second half and finish off this qualifying group in style? Positive news in the first half coming from that Poland game where they were 1-0 down to Iceland, meaning the goal difference was now +5 in Ireland's favour. And you'd have to think now that that is good enough with just a half to go here and a half to go in Poland to keep Ireland in that seeded position. So that change is going to be made. Delphine Cascarino, one of the Leon stars, will be coming on at half-time. And she is replacing Sandy Baltimore. So both Cascarino twins on the pitch together. They've been a little unlucky in the major tournaments in that one has been selected and the other hasn't been there, either not selected or out through injury. But one of the heavy hitters off the bench at half-time then for Hervé Renard. First clearance of that second half comes from Niba Samura. He's going to play on the left-hand side now, second half, with Cascarino on the right, and straight away She's looking for that ball over the top. Ireland looking for an offside flag. Play will go on for now. Cascarino straight in on goal. That's a strong save from Brosnan. The flag never went up in the end. Delphine Cascarino almost making an immediate impact. And that will be a test for Katie McCabe on the left side of this Irish defence now. Cascarino's arrival. Swung in by LeGarrec. Besha looking for the flick on. Looking for the corner as well, and she's going to get it.
Yeah, we just see it here. I don't think she was tight enough, but I think Katie was far more ahead of the line, that she just had her hand up. But it was a good effort, but straight at Brosnan. She did well to palm it away out of the danger area.
Cascarino was a notable loss for the World Cup finals when she had that ACL injury to deal with. Good early shout from Brosnan. Really is a goalkeeper at the top of her game, Courtney Brosnan. Off the back of another good season with Everton in the WSL. It brings such assurance to that Irish defence. Brosnan looks out towards that far side. Patton's header forward towards Kiernan. Ireland looking to end a 6-game losing run. €5 qualifiers, a friendly loss to Wales. That came off the back of an 8-game unbeaten run through the Nations League and a couple of friendlies. McCabe couldn't deal with Cascarino there, and then just kicked a leg out and might escape without a caution. Petulant from the Ireland captain though. Here is Estelle Cascarino. LeGarrec. Cascarino again working that 1-2. Getting towards the end line and tried to pull it back to support, found only Mannion. And Patton can clear. We saw some issues in that home game against Sweden down the Ireland left-hand side with Johanna Rytting-Kaneryd, who caused Ireland an awful lot of problems.
Yeah, I think Katie's going to have her work cut out here with Delphine Cascarino. She really is a quality player and has been for France over the years. Like you said, she was unfortunate to miss the World Cup, but now she seems to have really fully recovered.
Samura has taken another chance, and once again Kiernan read her intentions. Samura with the recovery pace to get back goal side. Now trying to shepherd the ball dead over the end line. She hasn't quite managed to do, but she has redeemed her error. So many goalkeepers and centre halves asked to play out from the back now and be confident in possession, which she is, but she has coughed it up a couple of times. Niba Samura. Confident recovery though. Here is Julie Dufour. Delphine Cascarino, her 64th cap, which is 50 odd more than her twin sister. Now Basha. Support there from Perisset. Basha again rolls it back on the inside, and on she goes. Basha looking for a free kick, nothing doing, says the Spanish referee, and off goes O'Sullivan. And it's 4-on-3 here. Denise O'Sullivan, decision time. Kiernan looking to make the move in behind. Jess Sue had made a brilliant run from inside out to the right wing. And Denise O'Sullivan had something different in mind though. And Basha will get the free kick this time.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate that time. The pass needed a little bit more on it from O'Sullivan, but really promising that we're breaking with those kind of numbers.
McCabe there first, supported by Hayes, then Littlejohn, and now Brosnan. History doesn't make good reading. In the previous meetings of the Republic of Ireland and France, 12 have gone before, 11 France wins and 1 draw, 0-0 at Delimont Park back in 1978. France 32 goals over the 12 games, Ireland with just 2. Anya O'Gorman and Stephanie Roach. Came close in the first half though. Leanne Kiernan and Julianne Russell to adding to that number. Sullivan looking to come in central where Zhu and Russell were. Good work by McCabe. And a chance to go quickly here. Thrown on the inside for Jess Zhu. It's opened up for her here. Might get a shot away. Zhu beaten away by Pico. Julianne Russell just couldn't get the purchase she needed, but that's set in motion by some quick thinking by Katie McCabe.
Yeah, we just see it here. Started with the long throw in from Katie McCabe, and Zhu left it across her body, and she just drove at the heart of the French defence. Oh, she'd be disappointed not to put that more in the corner there. It was a really good opportunity, and then Russell with the follow-up, just a team effort, unfortunately, at Pico and the goal. But really positive signs here from Ireland at the start of the second half.
Positive here from Cascarino. Hayes stretches her legs to get there, though, at the expense of a corner. Well, an end-to-end start to this second half. And Basha across to deliver. Some of the French heavy hitters just starting outside the penalty area here. Looking to make their runs, find that space. Basha goes short. Gets it back again, improving the angle, and that wasn't a bad ball at all towards the back. No one there to profit from it, though. Tempting delivery from Selma Basha.
Yeah, she did well, just in swinging ball in, but yeah, no one gambling in that back post area.
Amber Barrett hoping the call will come. Scorer of maybe the most significant goal in the history of the Republic of Ireland women's team. Strong work by Sumara, who went clattering into Kiernan there, but Kiernan is game, and she's looking to win it back again. Doesn't shy away from the battle, Leanne Kiernan. Little John looking to let the ball run across her body, but the pressure came then from Basha. Nothing left to do but launch it out of play to safety.
See Lilia getting ready to come on and then play.
Strong runner Lily Agg from those midfield areas, and the knife for goal as well. Well judged by Mannion. And now it's opening up in front of her, Aoife Mannion. Real show of ambition here. Lovely ball out to McCabe. Perfect crossing angle. Here it comes, but Pico gets her gloves in it. And with Mannion cut up the pitch, well recognised by the goalkeeper to go out towards that far side. Lovely little drag of the ball from the Garrick. Here is Basha. Well, she's been taken down by Little John.
Yeah, I'd imagine Ag might be coming on for a straight swap for a Little John. We'll have to see, but tends to be the yeah,
good call. So Lily Ag for Arusha Little John. London City Lioness replaced by the Birmingham City midfielder, will be coming on for 19th cap. And to bring fresh legs into that midfield sector. Big cheer for Lily Agg, who's got Cork connections, of course, over in Cove. And straight in to take up her defensive position for this France free kick, which is quite central. Cascarino, for the moment, is out on her own on this right-hand side. That's spotted by Katie McCabe now. And what's in the mind of Selma Basha here? Here we go. Clips it right down the middle, looking for that flicked header in Brosnan. Quick to get those feet moving. She's collided with Amandine Henry here.
was a heavy collision.
French skipper left on the deck. The initial header was well won by Béchot.
Brave from Brosnan, but she did seem to really collide quite heavily with Henri. See the ball in again. Said Béchot got the flick on. Brosnan collected it.
It was a hefty collision. Just snapped the head back of Amandine Henri. He's just recovering her senses here. There would be no shortage of replacements, of course. Sandy Toletti, Grace Gaoro, Kenza Dali there as well, but most likely Toletti, I would imagine.
Yeah, I can't imagine they'd be taking much risks if there's any doubt at all, given, like you said, the replacements they have on the bench.
Emer Hallgrimsson and Paki Bonner there as well. I'm sure Paki Bonner appreciating the efforts of Courtney Brosnan here tonight. It will be England minus Gareth Southgate. First up for the new Ireland manager in the Nations League. Southgate announcing that he has brought an end to his long tenure as the England boss earlier today, just a couple of days on from that Euros final defeat to Spain. Big job that comes with the positives and negatives, that England manager position.
That's for sure.
Just one win away from being a hero, one win away from being a villain. Sent forward by Mannion. Important win in the air, that from Perisset, as Kiernan had made a clever run in behind her. Basha really has been an influence all over the pitch for France this evening. Ag has tracked her run though. To 4. Imagine with everyone fit and available again, Basha will end up on the left-hand side. Julianne Russell and Leanne Kiernan is in here. Samura trying to get to her. Kiernan goes on, goes down. Referee waves away the penalty appeals. And you can hear what the Cork crowd think of that.
See it again, great pressure from Julie, and then Leanne just gets in there, but we'll just see it here, but she does just lose her footing at the crucial time. So unfortunate for Leanne. She just seemed to get her legs tangled up.
A little grab from Samura, but not enough to draw the referee. Once again, that top two, the pressure always there, and Lecrar and Samura just cannot afford to dwell on the ball. And look at what Ireland and Eileen Gleeson, Colin Healy and co are trying to build going forward. If they can find that defensive solidity, and we mentioned the new names and the new faces coming in there, and add that up the top end of the pitch.
That's it, that's the missing piece of the puzzle, as it has been for years. Just keeping it compact at the back, and we seem to be doing that quite well, particularly when you think about the opposition we faced in the last 5 or 6 games, well, 5 games really, and this game obviously with the exception of Wales, which was a disappointing performance otherwise under Eileen Gleeson, I think, and Colin Healy. Like I said, that it has been quite solid defensively. We showed against the lower ranked teams our ability to put the ball in the net, but now it's just trying to find that and see if we can create. We have been creating opportunities, but it's cases like that, you know, Leanne's just opportunity and just those at critical times just been clinical when we can, and that's, like I said, the final piece of the puzzle really.
2 more changes on the way from Hervé Renard. We're going to see Elisa de Almeida, the Paris Saint-Germain defender, right back or centre back. We're also going to see Grace Gaoro of Paris Saint-Germain. Gaoro, always a joy to watch, just an all-round midfielder, capable of doing any job you put her in there to do. She's on the far side. De Almeida on this near side will be coming on for her 34th cap.
See the car here, I think, just got injured in that collision with Russell. I think seems to be her ankle.
It might indeed be. Is she holding her collarbone, I wonder?
I think it might have been her left knee, might have buckled a little bit as well from that. I'm not too sure.
No, maybe it is her collarbone. You're right.
It was an awkward landing. And Lecrar, who was the star in Tala last year, looks like her evening might be over, and let's just hope with the Olympics on the horizon it's not a dislocated shoulder or a broken collarbone.
She looks in quite a lot of pain. You'd imagine Almeida will come in there filling in that centre back role. I'd be surprised if Henri will be called ashore either after that.
De Almeida, really good defender and has become better as the years have gone on, just 26 still, and Paris Saint-Germain named on the team of the season last 2 seasons domestically. A sympathetic round of applause as she makes way. So De Almeida in alongside Taniba Samura. And Gayoro, interestingly, is coming in here for the left back Estelle Cascarino, so this will probably see Basha over to her familiar left-hand side. I was just going to ask earlier that when everyone's fit and available for France, you would think it would be Karshawi and Basha together on the left, but Basha in that central area has done really well today.
Yeah.
Taking the jersey from Zhu, referees acknowledged it and allowed the advantage to go on. Gayoro straight into the action and charging forward from left back now is Basha. Good work from Zhu, she likes that nutmeg as well, that's her second of the evening. So a little rejig here from France with those 2 substitutions.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Gayoro is a quality player in there. She's just so good on the ball and likes to shoot from distance as well, so I'm sure Brosnan's well aware of that in our goal.
Scored that brilliant hat-trick in the Euros opening annihilation of the Italians. 5 goals to 1, Gayoro, the star of that. Mannion and Perisset. Header picked up by Kiernan. Just didn't get enough on the pass, but Ireland back in possession. Katie McCabe headed away by Samura. And Jesu will let it run for the throw-in. Mannion. Not the position she'd pick, I'd imagine, if you said you're in the starting 11, but 2 games in a row now, she's done a good job in that right wing back area, Aoife Mannion.
She's been solid and solid defensively, and today seen a bit more from her going forward as well. That drive through the midfield a little bit earlier was uncharacteristic but effective.
She had a good outing on Friday against her former England underage teammate Beth Mead, Aoife Mannion.
We're really lacking up this left side, I think, today. We don't seem to be as much of a threat as we usually are.
Marie mentioned it at half-time, the possibility of Megan Campbell, and you were mentioning it as well. There's so much distance between the sideline here and, well, the advertising hoarding. I don't think Megan Campbell will ever have a better opportunity to really wind up that long throw if we are to see her.
Yeah, acres of space on this near side.
It's the route to an Ireland goal in Norwich.
Seems to be a reluctance from Gleeson to get her in any earlier than about 15 or 20 minutes to go, for whatever the reason is, not sure, but it does really seem like our best offensive weapon.
Oh, Katie McCabe looking for someone here. Down the line she goes, headed away by Perisset. Gayoro. Mannion. Sharp bit of work on the ball again. McCabe. It's for the run of Russell. Perisset goes with her. Good defender Perisset. She's just lost her place recently to Almeida in terms of the right back position, so this is an important night for her. Just to get back in the eye of her manager again. McCabe winding it up. Free header though for Almeida. Hayes with the ball to Patton to give her time, and now she looks towards Russell, who takes it on the chest and cuts in field. Denise O'Sullivan sets there for O'Sullivan. It's the hometown girl, Denise O'Sullivan, who rifles it into the back of the net to give Ireland the lead. And listen to the noise of Páirc Uí Chaoimh. A moment to savour for Denise O'Sullivan.
Incredible scenes here, Des. It had to be Denise. Look at that passion. The whole of Páirc Uí Chaoimh has just lifted. The ball in there, we can see to Patton, chested down by Julianne, just sent across to Denise. Never in doubt once the ball left her foot, just nestled in the bottom left corner. Lovely chest control by Russell, just a little layoff, touch out of her feet like she does a million times, and that finish right, just placement into the bottom left corner, power and precision from O'Sullivan.
Well, Pico got a hand to it, but the power was there. And Ireland in front. Denise O'Sullivan, who's been a superstar from a young age. Everyone knew about her in Cork before she headed on her travels to Glasgow and then on to America. What a sweet strike, and a moment she would have dreamt of last night. Knocknaheany's finest has put the Republic of Ireland in front with a quarter of the game remaining. No one thinking about Poland now and the perils of what might have been. Ireland are thinking about beating the number 2 ranked side in the world here. You'd imagine Renard will act, still with the likes of Katoto and Le Sommer. Diani on the bench. Russell, who played her part in that goal, and off she goes. They tried to win the corner in the end. Another huge performance from Julianne Russell this evening.
We just see her here driving at the French defence again, trying to get something. Just ran out of grass at the end there, trying to get the cross across.
De Almeida to Legaric. Rolled forward by Perisset. Now Cascarino. De Almeida again. Samura gets it back from Basha. What kind of reaction will we see from France? World Cup quarter-finalists, European Championship semi-finalists, the inaugural Nations League finalists, only losing to Spain in Seville. We will be seeing Kadidiatu Diani of Lyon into the fray any moment. Lovely ball inside towards Legaric, who actually managed to get that one under her spell. There was a shot on. France look to go again. Set up here for Delphine Cascarino, tempting cross, headed away by Patton. And Basha, oh, what an effort. Well, a hooked volley that certainly had Brosnan interested.
Yeah, we just see it, the ball in from Cascarino on the right side, flicked clearance by Patton. Oh, it was great effort, almost on target by Basha, just on the half volley. Yeah, just wide.
It was a super strike. That would have been some goal from Selma Basha. Whipped and dipping, but fortunately from an Irish point of view, off target. So there she is, Kadidiatu Diani, thrust in by Hervé Renard. 102nd cap, 28 goals. Top scorer in the Champions League last season as well. As Lyon reached, but lost that final to Barcelona. That has turned into just a brilliant club rivalry in recent years. Barcelona-Lyon. Now can Ireland give themselves those crucial few minutes to grow into this lead? Well down the line, and that's a push in the back, surely on Zoo. 2 hands from Almeida. Well, we could see it from here, the referee was a lot closer.
I'm not sure what the ref was looking at there, because that was as blatant a push as you'll see. I think she was playing Gaelic football there for a minute with that push.
And even then it's still a free.
Yeah, exactly. Important few minutes now for Ireland, like you said, just to keep control of the game with this lead. It's always a crucial time right after you've scored, just to make sure that you don't concede.
McCabe, that's a tempting ball in. Kiernan had just a little bit too much ground to make up, and then has gone in and given away the free kick here. Just a little too eager, a little too aggressive on Selma Basha. Well, this is scoreline we would have been hoping for, maybe dreaming for last night. And Páirc Uí Chaoimh welcomes international soccer, and someone had to act very quickly late on, I think, with those black bin bags. I think had the points been in effect, it was France by 2 points to no score at half-time.
Basha got both of those.
She did. Well, Páirc Uí Chaoimh might be turning into that lucky venue, who knows? We've seen the Republic of Ireland under-21s play their games at Turner's Cross and get huge support and big results as well. We've seen the Ireland men's under-20 rugby side make their home at Musgrave Park. Huge following, big results there as well. I know I'm biased, but there might be a cup factor to this.
In fairness, the pitch is immaculate as well today. It's like carpet, which is such a good surface for the girls to play on.
I'll try and limit the Cork references from now. It's the old one, isn't it? How do you know someone's from Cork? They'll tell you. Inside the last, 17 minutes plus additional time. Denise O'Sullivan's goal has the Republic of Ireland on the brink of a massive result here. Certainly not the result France would have wanted heading into those Olympic Games. Not over yet, though. But just scoring that goal, we saw the effect, the mood lift that Julianne Russell's goal the other night in defeat. Give the Republic of Ireland, if there are tiring legs out there, it will just give that extra energy to them. The Denise O'Sullivan strike to go on and finish the job here.
Yeah, just another needless free there. I'm not sure if Katie will get carded for kicking the ball away there, but it doesn't seem like it. It's Lily Agg initially winning the ball.
Ireland well aware, though, if you look back earlier in the campaign to, for example, what happened in Solna against Sweden. It was 0-0 into the closing minutes there, and then their hearts broken by Magdalena Eriksson. Not over until it's over, and particularly with the likes of Gaoro here on the pitch, you can make something happen in an instant. Perisek. Gaoro dancing into space and just tried to slip that little ball through. You could see the idea.
Yeah, it was on. It was just slightly overhit. You just see it again here. Gaoro had actually opened up. I thought she was going to take a shot there, but she just overhit it there for Legaric. It's just a reminder of the danger they possess.
Kiernan back into that supporting midfield. O'Sullivan over the top for Julianne Russell, who's got the step on De Almeida here. Julianne Russell. Oh, yes! She's done it again. Another magnificent finish from Julianne Russell. The Republic of Ireland 2, France 0. And they are closing in now on a monumental result here. Two outstanding goals. And for Eileen Gleeson, Now just 15 minutes or so to manage. But Julianne Russell, after 4 years away, after the birth of, well, the most famous baby in Ireland now, Rosie, has come up with an absolute stunner here.
Yeah, let's see it again here. The ball, dinked ball over the top by O'Sullivan. Precision. Julianne just runs up to Almeida and curls it into the far corner. Incredible from Julianne with her left foot. Like I said, she played for years on the left wing. She's curled it in. No doubt about that. Like I said, once it left her foot again, she just tucked inside the French defender, curled it into the side netting. And again, another celebration for baby Rosie.
Well, lift off at Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Everyone joining in the celebrations. We weren't sure what it meant when it happened in Norwich, that celebration, but we found out. Tony O'Donoghue got to the bottom of it. But the goal in Norwich, that lovely hooked finish from the Galway United star, was her first in the international green since 2015. Now she's got 2 in 5 days. And she had the confidence to take it on. There was a pass on the inside if she wanted it, but she said, no, I'm going for goal. And Hervé Renard down on the touchline, the star-studded France outfit. They've made the changes second half. Well, it's his 23rd game in charge. He's only been beaten 4 times. A friendly away against Australia in Melbourne, the 22 World Cup quarter-final shootout to Australia, the Nations League final in Seville, the Euro qualifier earlier in this group, beaten 2-1 by England in Saint-Etienne. This is not a team that suffers defeat very often. Is it about to happen to them here, though? Selma Basha takes it back from Grace Gaoro.
I can see Megan Campbell getting ready as well on the sideline, just getting her shin pads on.
You can see Henri, she's in a hurry now, knows they've got to up the tempo here, France. Good footwork from Le Garec. Here is the imposing presence of Diani. Looking to link with Cascarino, there's the 1-2, Cascarino with the pullback! Oh, what a chance, and it's in! Scrambled in at the back post. Not the cleanest of finishes, but it will count from Vicky Béchot. That is one back, and still time to find more for France.
Yeah, like you said, they're playing with urgency now. Once that second goal went in, you can see the ball here. Cascarino just plays it inside, a 1-2 with Diani. She just plays it across. Gaoro makes the front post run, and then Béchot, with, like you said, not the cleanest of finishes, but she won't care. It ended up over the line in the back of the net. This game on here.
And tellingly, it's 2 of those senior stars, those nailed down starters who have come off the bench to combine to set that up for Béchot. It was the link up between Delphine Cascarino and Kadadiatu Diani. And here come France again. Ireland have to stand firm now. Swung in, but that one will swing all the way into Brosnan, who look to take the sting out of it here. France have responded. And now, what's going through the mind of Eileen Gleeson? Is she thinking maybe time for more fresh legs? Launched by Brosnan, good little flick on that from Lily Agg. Basha quick, got there ahead of Kiernan. Just see Jesu taking up that position where she's trying to limit the effectiveness of Henri, but Henri has just stepped into space now. Down the left-hand side they look. Here's the goal scorer, Béchot. That's just her second goal for the senior international team, the 20-year-old from Lyon. Henri. Ball down through the middle, trusting the strength of Diani to hold on to it under pressure. Nice drop of the shoulder from Cascarino, and fires one goalwards, but off target. Well, they're having a little spell now, France. And it's time for Marie-Antoinette Katoto. And this is a real threat now thrust into the mix. It's Le Garrec, the attacking midfielder, off Katoto of Paris Saint-Germain on. She's already got winning goals in this group against Ireland, against England and Newcastle on Friday, against Sweden. That's the threat she brings. Paris Saint-Germain's all-time record goal scorer. 30 goals in 40 caps tells its own story. And it's a front two now of Katoto and Diani. Flick on from Zhu. Looked to be a challenge into the back from Besho there that went unpunished. De Almeida judging the bounce of the ball, and the offside flag up anyway.
Yeah, France won't be happy with this. Even if it was their second team that started, they're really trying to bring on the big guns now and get that equaliser.
Deoro able to link up with Katoto. And for Ireland now, they've got to find that with bravery not to drop too deep. Henry after Parisade set up from right back. Here is Cascarino. And back with Henry again. Samura. Henry, and there is Zhu looking to apply the pressure. Lovely take from Cascarino, flicks it over the head of McCabe. She's certainly made a difference since her arrival at half-time, Delphine Cascarino. Off from Diani. Lovely drag with the studs, and Cascarino to cross again. Important header that away from Louise Quinn. O'Sullivan muscled off it. Diani, the latest effort on goal. It's a real fizzer that was just inches outside of Courtney Brosnan's right-hand post. Well, they have all the heavy hitters on now in an attacking sense, France. And this was mightily close to a leveller.
Oh, hit with such venom that time from Diani. Don't even know if it clipped the side of the post, maybe.
Well, we've had all the excitement here. It's still 0-0 in Gothenburg between Sweden and England. And Julianne Russell down, a chance for Eileen Gleeson to get her charges in here, get a few fluids on board, but more importantly get some information across.
Yeah, Julianne has quite literally run herself into the ground, and there might be a touch of cramp there. You won't be surprised. She's covered every blade of grass in Porky Cleave today, and she was rewarded with that incredible finish as well. It's great to see, you know, a women's Premier Division player, like I said, a homegrown player.
Yeah.
Played the majority of her career in Ireland, obviously had spells abroad as well, briefly in England and America and Australia too, but predominantly played the most for her international career at home, and is obviously playing now for Galway United in the Women's Premier Division. And just, I suppose, it proves that you don't always have to go abroad to be able to mix it with the best, and Julianne has definitely shown that over the last game and a half.
Well, Eileen Gleeson, of course, so schooled in the domestic league, will know Julianne Russell going back a long, long way. Had that trust and that faith in her to bring her back in when she was ready to come back in, and how she has repaid that faith, Julianne Russell. Not just in terms of goals, but just her overall performance through 85 minutes here, the 45 she gave off the bench in Norwich on Friday.
I think it's infectious as well throughout the team when you see someone like that alongside Kieran, obviously, who has been full of energy herself tonight. And you see the two of those pressing, it just gives that belief and energy to the rest of the team as well, that they can come in behind.
And for Ireland, Maeve, off the back of that historic qualification for the World Cup, you're in with big teams in there. While Ireland didn't get the win, this would be a huge feather in the cap here if they were to see this through. to beat a side of this stature.
Yeah, and what confidence it would give them before the draw on Friday and the playoffs come October.
Kiernan had the beating of one, but not of the second. Gayoro, huge tackle coming in from Lily Agg, and Ireland on the front foot here. Denise O'Sullivan gets it to Katie McCabe. That's one for Jesu. Almeida might have to play this. No, she's got the strength to see it dead and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, a solid tackle from Ag there. I think she's brought some new energy into the midfield. Rusha did a great job in the first half, just trying to block down, close down spaces and keep the ball, and Ag has done similar since she's come on.
Megan Connolly, big moment coming up for her. From round the corner in Turner's Cross. Off goes Selma Basha, who takes some watching, cross towards the back post. Just put a fraction too much on it. And now we're going to have that change. Leanne Kiernan has nothing more to give. She's emptied the tank out there. And she is going to be replaced by Megan Connolly. Kiernan being asked by the match referee to go off on that far side, the touchline that's closest to her. So Megan Connolly, who was part of a back three at that World Cup, will go into that midfield area just to add the experience, the nous, the know-how and the tactical ability in there as well. Her brother Luke knows this part of the world well. Cork Gaelic football star. Hugely talented sporting family. Ireland looking to make the right decisions now in the minutes that remain, and that's cleverly done by Katie McCabe. Got herself between Diani and the ball. Diani of Lyon. Katie McCabe, of course, linked intriguingly in the last couple of weeks with a move to the French powerhouse. And she has been a long time at Arsenal. The best part of a decade, Katie McCabe. And whether she feels that is home and will remain home, I guess we'll find out in due course. I have to say, for the Ireland captain as well, she's had a long season, and there was all that happened after the season as well, having to travel with Arsenal due to maybe their commercial commitments. Important they had her back tonight, and very important they have her out there in these minutes as they try and see it through to victory. We'll get your thoughts on player of the match in a few moments, Maeve. There are several contenders. And there is Julianne Russell again, doing the hard work, just closing down. And look where it puts Ireland as we head towards the 90th minute.
Yeah, this could be a vital corner just to keep the ball down the right side of the pitch from an Irish perspective. Megan Connolly in no rush to take it. It's all about game management from here on in. I'm surprised no one's going short for the corner, but looks like she's going to whip it in.
Dare we ask for a third here, just to settle any nerves there might be. Connolly, great ball! Powered in by Anna Patton. Her first goal for Ireland. Nerves settled, and surely game won. Superb delivery complemented by a terrific header.
We see it again. Ball comes in from Connolly. Patton just gets across the front post there. You see it again, yeah. Off the head of Patton, like you said, for her first international goal. Don't know if it actually ended up going off Gayoro, actually. It was an OG, but Patton won't care. She's claiming that one. We'll just see the replay here. Yeah, in off Gayoro. Unfortunate there for the French midfielder. But Sinead, 3 points, I think, will be going to Ireland.
Well, she looks to the skies, Anna Patton. Well, the goal mightn't eventually go down as hers. It might be a Gaoro own goal, but it's a crucial goal. It is the goal that has Ireland back with that 2-goal buffer in stoppage time here. And the ole ole's start to ring around Páirc Uí Chaoimh. All set to be a first ever win for the Republic of Ireland women's team against France. Maeve, let's get your thoughts on a top player for you tonight.
Yeah, tough one, Des. There's loads of outstanding performances, I thought, from the Irish tonight. All the back line were solid, and throughout midfield and up front as well. But I think, we'll see, sorry, I didn't know if there was a chance there for the French, but yeah, player of the match tonight, Julianne Russell. I think she was incredible from start to finish. Carried her form from the second half against England into this game. Obviously, she chested and assisted Denise for the first goal. She scored the second, and she won the corner for the third goal. So overall, Julianne Russell, player of the match.
And that has got a huge ovation as it's announced here in Cork. What a performance again from Julianne Russell, and what a goal to boot. Here is Diani, seen off by Louise Quinn. And for those who've made their way here for this fixture this evening, and they've come in their thousands, this very much an I was there moment for all supporters of the women's national team. In swinging corner, has far too much on it for Almeida and co, and that will run for a throw-in on the far side. Still 6 minutes. You can't think, though, it would possibly be enough for France here at the risk of putting the hex in it. Here is Zhu. This was a Republic of Ireland team thrust into a group with 3 of the top 6 in the world, wasn't it? England, the beaten World Cup finalists. France, who are always thereabouts, when one of the best squads in the world. And a Sweden side always dangerous and always amongst the top in the game. Have been some tough ones, but there have been games where they've battled right to the end, but tonight is the night where they have got their rewards, where they've found their goals. It's taken a while, but they will be finishing off this group in style. And Courtney Brosnan knows what to do in this situation, make no doubt about it.
Yeah, she's well experienced. Like you said, her 30th game in a row now. She's really been solid there between the posts.
Jesu still full of running. Good tackle to dispossess her, though. Worked inside by Besho. Gaoro, that elegant style of hers, gliding forward. Megan Connolly gets a foot in, and Ireland get the throw in. So the end of the evening for Jesu, who gets a pat on the back from Denise O'Sullivan for her considerable efforts here. She's going to be replaced by Amber Barrett.
Both Zhu and O'Sullivan did really well tonight. I thought O'Sullivan took her goal really well. And really started to dictate play, especially in the second half there in the middle.
Samura finds Patton in the way. might be mentioned, and it was mentioned at the start, was it a little bit disrespectful of Hervé Renard to change his entire starting 11? But you see what reaction there's been since they fell behind. Cascarino, Katoto, Dayani, Gaoro, all starters, all amongst the top players anywhere in the world. They've all been thrust on. But they are, like everyone else, staring at a 3-1 scoreline. Hayes strong in the air again. Here is the player of the match, Julianne Russell, back with McCabe, who launches it long towards Amber Barrett, headed away by De Almeida. Henry out to Cascarino on this right-hand side, nicks it beyond McCabe. Shrill blast of the whistle. And France with the free kick. She was beating McCabe and just left a little bit on Cascarino there. Cascarino to swing it in. Louise Quinn, they'll need her to deal with those balls in now. And she and Hayes and Patton have formed an excellent back three this evening. Pico picks out Basha, who in defeat has been one of the better performers for France tonight. Here is Perisset, on to Cascarino. Henry. Perisset unable to find Cascarino with the ball inside. No doubt about it, this will sting for France. Progression already secured. They'll have just a little eye on that England result as well, because topping this group, if you're one of the top 3 finishers across the League A groups, you'll go into the top pot for the Euros draw along with the host Switzerland, and in theory get yourself an easier passage to the knockout rounds there. Despite the 11 changes, this certainly wasn't foreseen by the France manager and the France team and supporters, I'm sure. 1 minute to go. McCabe puts as much on that as she can. Little nudge in the back on Liliag. France throw in Henry. Little touch from Gaoro. Here is Cascarino. And Hayes sees it away for a corner. Ireland still alert. McCabe and O'Sullivan to the possibility of the short corner there. Get 2 out against the French 2. Can they see this to safety? It's to Almeida. O'Sullivan, who got the Irish goal scoring up and running. Sent long, Picot out of her penalty area. Oh, and she sliced that one out of play. We have played the 9 additional minutes. Eileen Gleeson knows it's won. What a huge result for her as well. Interim appointment August of last year, permanent appointment in December. She has worked at all levels and in many capacities as well, so it's a huge result and a huge night for Eileen Gleeson too.
Yeah, definitely, and after this there might be an argument, you probably agree with Des, to play every home game in Cork. Who knows what they'll come up with after this, but yeah, a great result, incredible performance from all the girls in green tonight. They really put it up to one of the best teams in the world.
Referees had a look at the watch. Denise O'Sullivan has a little ask, is it over? Still a few seconds to go. Dayani. O'Sullivan doubling up with Mannion. And that is it, it's all over. What a night for the Republic of Ireland at Páirc Uí Chaoimh. They snap a 6-game losing run in significant style here. A seismic result as they beat the number 2 side in the world by 3 goals to 1. A nice gesture from Renard as he appreciates exactly the magnificence and the magnitude of this result for the Republic of Ireland. A tough group they were thrust into. but they have finished it with a magnificent win here, beating France by 3-1. The goals from Denise O'Sullivan, from Julianne Russell, and well, we'd like to give it to Anna Patton. It might be an own goal from Grace Gaoro. And to handle what France threw at them, particularly the high-profile quartet, attacking quartet that came off the bench, and to see it through to a 3-1 victory, a magnificent result.
Yeah, incredible scenes here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. You can just see from the jubilation in the players' faces, and management as well are really enjoying this one. And it's been a long time coming, because it's been a hard last few games for the girls in green. You know, it was a tough group of death, like we said. And now it's just important that we don't just dwell on this result, we take it forward, we bring all the positives from this game that we can into the playoffs, and really look forward to that draw on Friday.
And maybe a side, Maeve, that was being questioned as well for its lack of goals. I mean, we're into injury time in Norwich, and there was the danger of going through 5 out of 6 games in the group without scoring. But then just the significance of that Julianne Russell goal that just gave them the belief, scoring against England, that there would be goals for them here tonight. And you have to say this switch to that front two has reaped a huge reward. The efforts of Julianne Russell and Leanne Kiernan tonight are immense again.
Yeah, it's really made such a big difference, and you know, it may not have been changed only for the lack of availability of Ciara Caruso, who unfortunately was injured for this camp. It really forced Eileen's hand, and she did have to change things. And as good as Caruso has been up front, it's just it shows now, 2 up front, it puts the defenders under pressure. And you know, even the best defenders in the world, they can be, when they're put under pressure, you know, they're not as good as they should be. So definitely really positive change of formation, I think, and it's definitely one that they're going to use going forward as well. And it's really good to see, like you said, what we've been crying out for, just those goals, putting the ball in the back of the net, which was the missing piece. And now we can see if we can bring this all forward and bring it together come the playoffs in autumn.
Well, that's what it's all about, and what a result to bounce into those playoffs with. You might have seen the likes of Abby Larkin and Izzy Atkinson down there, who will be the future of this side going forward. So important that we get back to major tournaments after the World Cup, the historic World Cup last year. But this is a result to savour, and a result that will give huge confidence heading into those playoffs. It's the result that ensures we're seeded as well, and in theory we'll hopefully have that closer, that easier path to finals. But what a night here at Páirc Uí Chaoimh. It has ended in victory for the Republic of Ireland. They have beaten France by 3-1. Marie.
Thanks for that, Des and Maeve. And I have to say, I could get used to the scenes that are here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Absolutely brilliant. And even to see Ireland there picking up the 3 points, they achieved what they needed to. They finished 7th. They now have that seeded playoff. Poland defeated by Iceland, so they finished last. France topping the table. But just a wonderful, wonderful evening here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, and seeing all the fans, everybody's so happy. Karen, we've sat through quite a few difficult games for this Ireland team, but they saved their best performance to last.
Yeah, they sure did. It's unbelievable scenes, unbelievable atmosphere, and it's what these girls have deserved. You know, they've had to endure a lot in this campaign because they were up against the best of the best. But each game, you know, we were thinking, can we take learnings from it? Can we take positives from it? There's so many positives we can take from tonight, and I do think the rest of the campaign will stand to us. And just finishing on that high in these last 2 games, going into Friday's draw, everyone's going to be buzzing to get back into camp in October.
And I think we just saw scenes of baby Rosie there in the huddle as well, which is just so lovely to see. And we have Eileen dancing, and Eileen is so good at dancing. We've seen that a little bit, but great to see her and to see everybody so happy, because Jamie, you'll know the work that this team puts in, how hard it is to get a result, and to get a result against a team like France is just brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what that team deserved out there tonight. Everyone from start to finish, they deserve that. We spoke beforehand how good they're going to have to be defensively, and they came out and scored 3 goals. So yeah, brilliant performance, and the crowd here tonight just topped it all off.
They really did. And even hearing Maeve saying there that Eileen's going to want to play a few more games in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, and I wouldn't be surprised, because the crowd really were brilliant. And in that first half, especially when there was chances, they were behind the players, Leanne, Julianne, they were urging them on every time.
Yeah, I think it was really easy to get behind the team today, because they really did give you something to get excited about, and it all stemmed from that press, that high energy that was brought into games. And it's like we've stopped playing with fear a little bit. Okay, there's things that need to be tidied up in possession, decision making can be better, but you put yourself in a great position when you get in the opposition's faces, you put them under pressure. And if we can continue to grow in terms of fitness levels and performances like that, I think we can get really excited for what's to come.
So the cheers are getting really loud, and that is because Julianne Russell is making her way across the pitch. She's got baby Rosie in her arms. She's the player of the match. We're going to hear from her in just a moment, but the way the crowd are reacting to her is just magnificent. She's an absolute superstar. Coming on into this team, 33 years of age, 1-year-old baby, 4 years out from the team, playing Women's National League. She's absolutely brilliant. She's getting ready now to have a chat to her. We're going to go down to Tony, who's with our player of the match, Julianne Russell.
Thanks, Marie, and Ola Ryan from Sky, the Chief Commercial Officer of Sky, is here to present the award to... Is it Rosie going to present it to, or to Julianne? Rosie's happy out, I think, and why wouldn't she be? Because Mum has had the game of her life today, maybe?
Yeah, I just can't believe it, really. What a game. It was incredible. The fans here in Cork are absolutely magnificent. That from start to finish, you could hear them. And yeah, I'm just so happy. 2 goals in 2 games, not having played for the last few years. I know, I can't believe it. It's so surreal. I'm just so happy, and both the goals are for Rosie.
Well, the whole team celebrated. The Rosie celebration is going to become world famous, I think.
I know, it's iconic at the moment. It's funny. It'll be lovely for when she's older and she can look back, and hopefully, yeah, we can inspire other mums and yeah, keep the game growing.
You know, that award normally has Denise O'Sullivan's name on it when she scores a goal in her native Cork, and yet she doesn't win that award. Talk to me about her goal, first of all, and the way the game was developing up to then.
Yeah, I think we had a few chances in the first half. I was guilty myself. I should have kept going, but I thought we pressed well and created chances. And then I suppose in the second half, we went out again with that mentality, and then Denise took her goal so well, and I'm just so happy for her to have scored in her home county, and she's a legend of Irish football, and I'm just so proud of her.
And then she set up your goal. Talk me through that, because what a moment for you and for Ireland.
Yeah, the ball came over the top, and I just went for it and took it across her and just went with my left foot, and seeing it go in, I was just so surreal. And to celebrate here with all my family. My dad is from Cork, so I have a load of relations here, and yeah, it's unbelievable.
And was your left winger days kind of a help to you there, putting it onto your left foot and making your mind up really quickly?
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose I kind of naturally drift out to the left when I'm up top as well. But yeah, all those years helped, and it got in the goal in the end.
So how can we keep Julianne and Rosie in the League of Ireland, in the Women's National League?
Sorry, say that again?
I'm wondering, how can we keep you down in Galway? I mean, surely with performances like this, you and Rosie might be thinking about going abroad.
Oh, I don't know, we'll see. It's I absolutely love playing with Galway United. It's a credit to everyone there, and yeah, we'll just keep going and producing players.
Rosie, you can keep the microphone now.
Good
well done.
girl.
Your mum is player of the match. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Now, Julianne Russell, an absolute legend. Well, we've been joined by another one, Denise O'Sullivan. We actually had the whole team here at our presentation area a minute ago. Denise, we're going to leave you there. We're going to take a very quick break, and we'll be back with the Denise interview after these. Sorry. To a wild Porky-Queeve. Great celebrations here as Ireland have beaten France by 3-1. And woman of the moment, Denise O'Sullivan, who scored that opening goal for Ireland, is with us to tell us, Denise, what's it like to do what you did here in one of your home ground, Porky-Queeve?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's been over 11 years since the Irish team has played here, and I've played here, so to do it in front of my family and the city that I've grown up in, they've done so much for me on the journey that I've come on, and put away a goal is absolutely amazing, and most importantly, to get the win.
Are you planning on asking Eileen Gleeson to play all of Ireland's games here in Porky-Queeve?
Absolutely, that's the plan. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's amazing. The atmosphere is absolutely great. The fans have been fantastic, so I hope we come back here at some stage.
Okay, well, we're going to have a look at your goal now, Denise, and you can talk us through exactly what was going through your head and what happened. So I don't know if you can see yourself there.
You're the one who scores in the end.
There you go, Denise.
Yeah, I mean, Julianne getting on the ball as she was all game. I just kind of hung out on the edge of the box and waited for that ball to come to me, and it did. And yeah, I could see. I took a look to see the keeper and just hit it into bottom corner, and it luckily went in, and I was absolutely buzzing with it.
There was a feature of a game, all game, that you had those numbers up. Is it a conscious effort today after getting that last goal against England that you felt like you had more of that in you?
I think so. I think that getting that goal against England, there was a lot of belief, a lot of confidence, and I think with Julianne and Leanne up there, they ran all game, and I think we caused most of our problems down the side for them, down the channels into Julianne with their speed. So yeah, we created a lot of opportunities, and once we got the first goal, I think that gave us confidence, and we went on to score 3.
Yeah, it was class. And throughout the campaign, like, there have obviously been really, really tough games, and you're on the end of a lot of losses. But what are the main learnings from it? Do you think there's massive positives to take from the performances?
I think so, yeah. Look, we have to be realistic in the teams that we're coming up against. We knew that there were world-class teams, but look, we'll take the positives and keep going. I think we wanted to be seeded going into the playoffs, and I'm not sure what the score in the Poland game was, but hopefully we can do better and keep pushing this team. Yeah.
Denise, I think it was written in the stars for you to score that goal tonight. In front of your family and friends, it must be so special.
It was so special, yeah. Colin Healy said it to me before the game. He said, Denise, he actually said, I think you're going to score tonight. And I said, I will. And yeah, I mean, on my whole, the 60 family members here tonight, I think. So it's absolutely amazing. It's a fantastic night.
How much does this mean to the group? Obviously, I've been involved in it, and I think to get a result like this against such a top nation, it's huge for us.
Oh, it's absolutely massive. Going through the whole campaign with losses, it's tough, but as Karen said, we can take positives from it, but this gives us real confidence now going into the playoffs, and yeah, we just want to keep pushing on.
So Denise, where are the celebrations tonight? You're the Cork woman, you'll have to show everyone around.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go to my family and hang out with them. I think I'm hitting the road again Thursday back to America, so I've only a few days, so I'll try and spend as much time with them.
Well done. You created lovely memories for everyone here tonight, so fair play on that. A brilliant night in Cork, enjoy it, and hopefully we'll be seeing you again soon. We're going to head back though to Tony, because Tony is with Eileen.
Eileen, congratulations. That's officially the best result in Irish women's football history. I mean, you must be thrilled with the way it worked out.
Incredible. I mean, I'm so proud of the girls. I'm so proud of everyone. That their work rate was fantastic. You know, I thought in the first half we'd, create 2 or 3 chances that we should have done better with the decision making. But the effort up front, Julianne, Leanne, I mean, it was incredible. And yeah, what a result.
When you saw the French team and you saw that he had made 11 changes, did you feel he was disrespecting Ireland a bit?
Oh, I mean, look, this is football and people have their own objectives, so we just focused on ourselves, and that's what we did in the game as well. You know, we knew the squad they had, they've got quality everywhere, so it's testament to the girls out there and the effort and the chances that they created and took. So yes, I'm really pleased.
2 up top, and they really worked so hard for you. Leanne and Julianne became player of the match and scored 2 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, there's a comeback for you. So, yeah, I mean, we know Julianne's work rate is second to none, and it's, why we brought her back in. I told you earlier on in the week, I've known her a long time, and this is what she brings. She never stops, and we saw that. We saw that tonight.
What are the lessons overall you've learned? I know you're enjoying the moment, but it was a difficult campaign, as it was always going to be. But to finish like this, in terms of performance, in terms of shape going forward, what have you learned?
Yeah, we've learned a lot. I mean, we spoke about it before our team meeting tonight. The first night we played this, we were 5-4-1. We stayed deep. We absorbed a lot of pressure. We created no chances. But as the campaign went on, I think, people are objective. They saw us trying to get up the pitch. They saw us trying to keep the ball a bit better. We saw against England much better phases of possession, really better, much more positive transition phases. And tonight then we get the goals to go with it. So a real progression for us, and yeah, a nice confident boost going forward.
Your seeding now is fully deserved. So when you look ahead, I mean, is there anyone you're going to fear?
I mean, when we got this group, Tony, I don't think we could have gotten a tougher group, but lots of learnings from the group and lots of experience against playing, the highest level, second and third in the world. And yeah, we've lost games, and we get a win tonight, so I think lots of progression, but lots of experience from it.
a historic occasion to have the first football game played in Park Equive. Do you think you might be back to Cork?
I'll tell you what, we absolutely love Cork. We've had the best time here from the moment we received the reception. We drove in tonight and it was a super proud moment for everybody on the bus. We were filled with pride. The people have been incredible. Stadium, hotels, everything. So why not? Why not?
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well, Denise O'Sullivan will be happy to hear Eileen Gleeson is open to coming back to Cork. Let's talk about Julianne Russell, Karen, because she's been fantastic since she burst back onto the scene in the England game, and then, of course, tonight starting. In a way, Eileen was forced into that decision. Kira Carusa was out, but Julianne Russell with that goal tonight and even on Friday night as well, she really has answered Ireland's call.
Yeah, it just changes the dynamic of the attack, having people who can run so ferociously like herself and Leanne. And her goal on against England, like there was so much emotion attached to that. But her goal tonight was just so reflective of her performance. She was non-stop turning those defenders inside and out. And this is a moment of real quality as well. She's on the defender's shoulder there, makes a great run in behind. Brilliant first touch to cut it back, and I don't know where she grew that left leg, because that's an unbelievable strike with her, like we'll say, her weaker foot. And to be able to have that energy, even to be constantly doing that in behind, it was no less than she deserves. And just running out of ways to say how proud I am of her and her return and the way she's just applied herself. And like, it's these images, like she said, they're going to be something that Rosie can look back on in the future, and she can really look back on, and her whole family. I know her father is a proud Cork man as well. He'll be delighted tonight to have had her on the score
Another
sheet.
Cork connection. That's exactly what we need now tonight. But Jamie, just from a player perspective, how inspiring is Julianne when you think that she's been around for such a long time and she's able to deliver at that level on the big stage on the big day?
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, she's such an inspiration to everyone involved, really, in sports, in anything in life. She had a dream to come back and play, and look what she's done here tonight and against England as well. I've been so impressed with her. I think she never looked out of place, and she's a workhorse.
I think the best thing to come of it is I can claim to be young again. So that's great.
You're next, Karen. You're next. You could be back next. Okay, we're going to take a very quick break. Stay with us, though. We'll be hearing from Anna Patton, and we'll have more analysis after these. Welcome back to Páirc Uí Chaoimh, and what was a brilliant night for women's football here, with Ireland defeating France by 3-0. We're going to hear now from Anna Patton. She's with Tony.
Anna, officially that's the best result in Irish football history.
Oh my God, amazing. Yeah, what a result, what a feeling. Just a great way to finish off this campaign, and real positive to take into our qualifiers now, the playoffs.
A goal in Norwich, although a defeat, but that seemed to give a bit of impetus to the team coming here to Cork.
Yeah, I think it was a stepping stone. I think we had a bit of fire in our belly, like we know we can score against these big nations. And yeah, what a game. What a two finishes from Denise and Julie. And I'm glad I could nick one on at the end there.
Let's talk about that, because you've played 6 times for Ireland, ever present since you started. I think you've played every single minute, and then to top it off with a goal at the end.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's for my granddad. He passed away last year, and honestly, scoring that goal means so much for me, for him, and for my family. And I'm just so grateful that I get to put on this jersey, and to score, yeah, means everything.
What will it mean for the playoffs? The draw is Friday, but the confidence that you girls must have now, no matter who you're drawn against.
Yeah, well, that result means that we're seeded, I believe, which really helps us going in. And yeah, we can beat teams like France, we can beat anyone, and we really want to push on and get to Switzerland next year.
What about Julianne? 2 goals in 2 games for her, and Rosie must be the mascot that'll go all the way to Switzerland with you guys.
Oh, absolutely. Rosie's coming to every single game now. No, she's an amazing player, an amazing person. It's been so great having her in and around camp, and look, her performances have been unbelievable. I'm just so happy for her and Rosie.
Cork isn't a bad place, is it? It seems to be lucky for you guys. Maybe you'll want to come back.
Yeah, I think we need to talk about sorting that out, because, yeah, what an atmosphere, what a game. unbelievable.
And congratulations on the goal, on your performances in every Ireland game so far. Well done.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I think Tony'd be happy as well if we were coming back to Cork a bit more frequently. Jamie, just on Anna's goal there and just her performance in general and what she's added to this team, she stepped up again when needed.
Yeah, absolutely. What I really liked about that goal was our player of the match, Julianne, actually won that corner late on. And I thought maybe we would have gone short, but Megan puts in a great ball and Anna rises and puts it away. And yeah, what a great finish. Maybe took a slight deflection, but she'll claim it. Great goal, and to score 3 goals, brilliant.
Yeah, I don't think it matters, especially when I think Ireland were under a little bit of pressure as well. Just to get that goal and to relieve some of that really helped. Let's talk about the playoffs. So the draw is on Friday at 12 o'clock. The teams that we can get that we know are Albania, Belarus, Greece, Romania, Slovenia, Georgia, Montenegro and Luxembourg. They all sound okay, Karen?
Yeah, they're not names that we should be fearing in any way, particularly given the standard that we're used to playing at after this League A campaign, especially after a result like that. I mean, that gives, like they said, real confidence, what Denise said, as opposed to maybe the whole, oh, girls, we can do it kind of confidence. But it's very doable. I think Greece is the only name in that pot where we have a bit of recent history, a bit of hangover there. But you'd nearly want to redeem yourself now after a result like that. You'd like to say, let's give us the best team in it. We can take any of those teams.
Yeah, absolutely. They can beat France, they can beat anyone. I think it was Anna that says that, and we'll all agree with her. My thanks to Karen and Jamie for their company on such a special night here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Roll on the playoffs. From all of us here in Cork, up the Rebels.
Queen.